Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you feel? I am feeling very relaxed. A little bit too relaxed because, dang. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was not gonna go live today because I have been working on a lot of things on the back end. Look, let me just tell you about me. Let me tell you about my day, cousin. When I have a lot of things that I'm doing, I typically don't like to go live because it's a lot of energy. Okay, it's a lot. Hey y'all, hey everybody coming in. It's a lot going on. But I said I need to show up, and I know that there's a reason why I'm here because obviously there's somebody that I need to speak to because I already know how spirit moves, so I'm here. All right, I am here. But I say this a lot, don't I? I be saying that like I wasn't gonna go live, but I ended up going live anyway. I gotta get out of my way, just like everybody else. Hey y'all. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I am Marie Moses, but everybody calls me Ken. I am a spiritual wellness practitioner. I am an energy healer and a transformative speaker. For those of you who don't know me, I was on YouTube for many years as a spiritual wellness mentor for millions and millions of people all over the world. And now I am here on TikTok. I no longer have my YouTube channel. For those of you that are still looking for me to go back to YouTube, I am not on YouTube anymore. Even though we do have the YouTube channel, it's just live replays over there. So if you're looking for a live replay, then you can go to the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Yeah, you can go to Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center on YouTube, but we also have the Lighthouse Women of Virtue. That's our second channel. So hey everybody, thank y'all for coming in. No, you can't come into our live, Leo. Goodbye. Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning. Happy new day, everybody. Y'all tell me how y'all doing, how y'all feel. Today we are going to be talking about nurturing your shadow self. For all of you ladies out there that are busy working, and men too, all right? Men, y'all know y'all welcome to stay. But a lot of times, we get busy and we feel like we got to push ourselves. And I'm just here to tell you that, look, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It ain't gonna work for you. Thank you. You said beautiful. Good morning. Thank you. It's not gonna work. And so you will start to feel very stressed out. You will start to feel like life is overwhelming. You'll start to feel like, everything is just becoming too much. Whenever you start feeling like that, then just know that it's time for you to rest. So when I told you that I was not gonna go live today, I'm coming live because, I said that I was gonna go live once a week. So I'm keeping that promise to you all. But at the same time, when I get done with this live, I'm gonna be done for a few days. There ain't gonna be nothing for me to do, and that's how I like it, and that's the way I like it. So the goal is for us to set our life up in a way to where we don't have to work hard. And I'm telling you that when you are spiritually in alignment and you are spiritually connected to the source, you do not have to work hard. A lot of times we work hard, and this is men and women. We feel like we have to work hard because we put all of the weight and responsibility on ourselves to get things done. Let me tell you something. There is a part that you have to play. Absolutely. There is a role that you have here. But don't forget that our Creator is the author of everything. So when you allow your steps to be ordered and you just move when you're supposed to move and you rest when you're supposed to rest, then you won't feel overwhelmed. Remember, this is a new world. This is not the old world. In the old world system, we had to work hard. We had to hustle. We had to grind. We were conditioned to be that way. But remember, in the beginning, that's not the way it was supposed to be. All right? Remember, our Creator just wanted us to just be in this beautiful garden and just to exist and just to create and just to live. That's the way it's supposed to be. And that's the way it's going back to being. I'm telling you that right now. So no matter what you see in the world, I don't care what's going on in the news. I don't care what Trump doing, what nobody doing. It doesn't matter what they're doing. This world is going back to its original state. That is what is happening, all right? So it's just like being on a construction site. You have the demolition crew. Those are the negative forces. Remember, they have their purpose. They're not your enemy. Okay, we got to level up spiritually. We cannot still be looking at negative dark forces like our enemy. They are not your enemy. Look, enemy. Okay, we're going to go there. But Remember why they were created. Remember why they have a purpose. They are here to assist us, and a lot of times they help us to do things very quickly. You see how fast things are moving? Okay, that's because the negative forces are moving very fast, but they are destroying what no longer serves us. And then those of us, that are here to rebuild the new, we are the construction crew. So after the demolition crew comes in, tear everything up, then those of us that are here on this planet, that are here to bring in the new, we are going to do what it is that we were created to do. Remember, you have a divine assignment. All right. You have a purpose for being here. And if you start feeling like what you're doing is too much, thank you for the love, everybody. When you start feeling like what you're doing is too much, it's time for you to shift. And we have to get into this flow. All right. Because we've been so conditioned to just stay the same. If you've been on this job 10 years, you need to stay on this job. If you started this business, this is the way it needs to be. If you live here, this is where you need to stay. That's not how it goes. We have to learn from Mother Nature, learn from the universe, learn from our environment. These are our elders. These are our ancestors. We learn. So we need to pay attention to the environment around us and see that it is changing, and it will always change. There will always be change, but for some reason we want to stay the same. And when we get caught up in this, it needs to be the same. It needs to be like this. I got to have these people around me. I got to have this. I got to have that. Then we get stuck. Okay. Thank you for the love. Just remember, it's time to move forward. All right. It's time to move forward. You said blessing God for demolishing the setbacks and utilizing the pullback as a catapult effect. Right. Exactly. Destroying the old and in with the new. Basically. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new. And that's how it works. That's how it works. And I know that it's hard to believe that because we only believe that, oh, God is good. But that's the reason why you hear me refer to our Creator as spirit, because the spirit of all life exists in all that is, not just the good. So we have to get out of that religious mindset that only thinks about life as being good. No. There is destruction. There is hardship. There is a lot of darkness. And we have to learn how to not only see in the light, but be able to navigate through those dark periods. So today we're going to be talking about the shadow, because a lot of times we just completely ignore the shadow, or we push the shadow self off to the side because we don't want to deal with it. Like a lot of people do when it comes to different, I ain't gonna talk about nobody religion, but most religious people just don't want to deal with darkness at all. All right. They just don't want to deal with it. It's evil and it needs to go away. Okay. All right. I got it. All right. But I'm here to let you know why it exists. So anytime you have negative entities and attacks and all these different things going on, remember that they're teaching you something. You're learning from the experience. I was just talking to one of our cousins yesterday, and she was telling me about how she actually was going through a psychic attack. Somebody placed a psychic attack on her. And I was telling her why that happens, especially for spiritual women and spiritual men too. This is happening a lot, especially in the spiritual community. People are allowing these forces and these dark forces on the other side to manipulate them and use them to start doing these things to people. Okay, it's happening, but remember why it happens. So when she was going through that experience, I asked her, I said, okay, what did you learn from the experience about yourself? What did you learn? And she started to tell me what she learned about herself when interacting with this person. She was too trusting. She was too giving. She was too easy to, to believe what this person was saying. So she believed what this person was saying. Whole time this person was putting a little boo-boo on her. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go. But we learn. Okay? I've been through it too. That's how you learn. But you will never learn if you don't go through the experience. Remember, the soul has to go through experiences in order for us to grow. And that's what we came here to do. We did not come here to get comfortable, have our family, make our millions of dollars, open up a business, go to school, go to work, eat some food, go to sleep, and all this, having the steaks and all the stuff that people are doing. That's a part of it. But remember that your soul has lived before this life. It will continue to live after this life. And what you do in between the past and the future is going to determine where you're going. So you're just passing through this life and you're growing from every experience. That's what it's about. Hey, y'all. Hey, how you doing? Happy New Day. Hey, cousin. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody joining. Make sure that y'all join us in spiritual alignment class. All of you ladies that are ready to move forward, all of you ladies on your healing and transformation journey, join us in spiritual alignment class. Because if you're going through any attacks, if you're going through anything that has to do with, negative forces or anything like that, I can help you with that. It's very easy fix. It really is. But, a lot of times we get afraid, we have these negative forces and attacks and things like that. We get so afraid. We try to run and go get help from somebody, and then you go run to somebody just go hurt you some more, because you have to know who you are, and you don't know who you are, but that's what they teach you. Okay. And it's the same thing with your shadow self. You're learning a lot about yourself from your shadow. So if you put your shadow self in the closet and lock the door and turn and lock the door and lock your shadow up, then you never get to know who you truly are. This is a part of yourself that needs to be nurtured more than any aspect of yourself. It's okay for you to nurture your inner child. It's okay for you to nurture yourself and, and connect to your higher self and all those things. But if you do not nurture your shadow self, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to explode. You're going to pop off on somebody. You're going to hurt somebody or you're going to hurt yourself. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want that. And this is the reason why a lot of people backslide, like they say in religion. You backslide, you go backwards, because they don't nurture their shadow. We're just taught that, no, you don't do this. That's wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do this. Do everything. Do it all. Okay? There's no right and there is no wrong. Trust me. There was nobody in my life telling me, Ken, you need to stop drinking. Ken, you need to stop smoking. You need to stop partying. You need to stop. Nobody did that. Spirit allowed me to go through that cycle. And there are cycles when you're going to go through and you just don't know. So you do the thing. But when Spirit gives you the enlightenment, then you move forward and you make changes and you make adjustments. And our Creator is patient with us. We're not patient with ourselves. We're not patient with that shadow aspect of ourselves because we feel like it shouldn't exist. But it should exist. And there's a reason why it exists. Our shadow is that part of us that is angry, frustrated, mad, want to beat somebody up, want to hurt somebody, okay? We are not happy because of the things that we've been through in our life. And that is valid. Your feelings are valid. And you don't have to shame yourself. You don't have to push yourself down. And you have to acknowledge how you feel. But a lot of times we're taught, you don't need to worry about how you feel. Just go to work. Just do what you need to do. Don't worry about how you feel. And then your shadow will blow up on somebody. Or you'll have addictions. Or you'll have bad habits. Or you'll be cussing people out. Or fighting, hit somebody on top of the head. Because you're angry. And you didn't give yourself the nurturing energy that you need. You need it. You need it. Okay? So I'm here to tell you, take time to nurture yourself. If y'all seeing something, let me go and see. Hold on. Okay. I thought I missed something. But yeah, nurture yourself. Nurture that aspect of you. And I'll tell you, even from my own experience, I am very disciplined. Okay. I am very disciplined with what I eat, where I go, who I'm around, what I do, all these things all the time. This is just a lifestyle for me. And I have cut out just about everything I could think of, all right? From family to friends to food that I love to things I used to do. I cut it all. I relocated. I've done the whole thing. And I am fine with being disciplined. But there is a time to be disciplined. And there is a time for you to nurture yourself. So when you start to feel like, you know what? I don't give up. You know how it is, okay? And I'm just being real with you. People don't want to talk about this on a spiritual path, but I'm telling you, there are going to be times when you feel like, I don't care. I don't care about nobody. I don't care what happens. And I can go do whatever I want to do right now because I don't give up. When you start feeling like that, that's your shadow. That is your shadow. And if you go outward instead of going within, then that's why you blow up on people. That's why you go out there and drink or do things to hurt yourself, because you're going outward when you need to go within. You check in with yourself and see, why do I feel like this? Why am I feeling like I just don't care anymore? Why do I feel like I just want to cuss somebody out? I don't want nobody to talk to me. Why do I feel like I just want to be by myself? Why do I feel like this? And you nurture yourself, okay? Take some time. And that's what it takes. It takes time. Nurturing yourself is just taking the time for yourself. It's not pampering yourself, going to get your nails done, your hair done, clothes and shoes and all this other type of stuff. That's not nurturing yourself. Nurturing yourself is taking the time to be with yourself. And a lot of times we're so busy, we don't have time for ourselves. We got to take care of the kids. We got to take care of the man. We got to take care of this. We got to take care of that. And we have no time for ourselves. And then our shadow is suffering. And so a lot of people who feel like they're depressed, you're not depressed. You just haven't taken the time to process how you feel, because you're feeling something. You're feeling angry. You could feel frustrated. You could feel all these things, but you have to take the time to process that so you can get clear about, okay, this is why I feel this way. Somebody said something to me and that hurt me. And I didn't get the opportunity to say what I needed to say. And now I'm carrying around what they said to me in my energy, and that hurts. So then you carry that, but you haven't released it. And then you go out and you hurt somebody else, or you say something to somebody else because you're like, oh, well, I don't care. They said that to me. I'm going to say it to them. I don't care, You have to address that, and you have to be clear. And if you got people in your life that are doing things to you, listen, it's not them that needs to change. They do not need to change. You are supposed to change. Remember, these are our soulmates, all right? Because we think our soulmates are just our loving partners and our romantic partner and our husband, our wife, and our boo or whatever. No, your soulmates are everybody. It's everybody that you're going to encounter in your life. Your soulmate is every single person that you encounter. And all of them serve a purpose. Some of them are going to be like the coach, like I told y'all, like the football coach, all in your face, screaming to yell at you, but they still teach you. And then you'll have the nice, sweet ones like me. They're going to come into your life and they're going to help you in a different type of way. Very loving, firm, but very direct, all right? But they all serve a purpose. But when you have those soulmates in your life that are trying to drag you down, that are in your energy and your aura, and you just feel some type of way when they come around, or they say things to you, or they make you feel bad. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, your cousin, your friend. Thank you for the love. I don't care who it is. You're supposed to change. They're not ever going to change for you, and they're not supposed to. It could be your baby daddy. It could be your best friend. It could be your sister. It could be anybody. It doesn't matter. They're supposed to change you. So now that you know, like I said, you're taking that time away from life so you can reflect. This person hurts me. This person doesn't build me up. They break me down. This person takes away from me. They don't give back to me. When you're able to observe that, then you make an adjustment. But when we don't make adjustments and we just allow people to hurt us, we just allow people to keep doing things to us, we allow it, then we start to feel bad. And it's us. We suffer. But it's not because of them. It's because we refuse to make a decision. You have to make decisions in this life. Remember, we're here to grow, right? So from every experience, we observe and we make adjustments. We're observing what's happening. So a lot of people know, like I always tell you, the knowledge ain't the problem. Everybody know everything. But what are you going to do with what you know? Are you going to make an adjustment? Are you going to continue to let people misuse you? That's not their fault. That's their role. They are your soulmate. They're supposed to do that. And they're not evil. This is a part of the divine plan. Because if you don't have those people to do these things to you, then you won't grow. That's how it works. So when we know the nature of our Creator and we spend time with our Creator, then Spirit will make things very clear for us. The reason why things are not clear for us is because we don't have time to connect to the Creator. We want to do it like how everybody say you're supposed to do it, and we still are disconnected. This is the reason why I tell you, join us in spiritual alignment class. Yeah, look, our cousin in the private group. Ladies, join us in the private community. You have support. Join us in spiritual alignment class. It's a 4-week commitment to yourself. I'm telling you, you have to be unapologetic. And it's going to hurt some people's feelings. People may not understand why you got to cut them off. It's them or you. You going to sink or swim? What are you going to do? You said, when is the class? All the time? All the time? Right now? You can enroll anytime. Let's see, what's today? Today's Thursday. If you enroll today, you'll get your first assignment on Sunday. So for the next 4 weeks, I will be sending you some assignments. And then it's not hard. It's just mindfulness assignments. All right? So you can get self-aware and get in alignment with spirit. Because once you start living as a spirit and you stop living in this flesh little body that you're in, then you're going to connect to your power. You're going to connect to your purpose. You're going to know everything. But most people know nothing because we're living as a human. You think that you're just a human and you're not. I'm here to tell you. I told my cousin this yesterday. You're not. You are not. You're more than that. You are more than that. But we're not all connected. We don't come in this world connected to the spirit. Remember, we're disconnected because of what? Our disobedience, right? So we live however we want to live, and that disconnects us from the spirit. So we go through life, we're just trying to figure it out. We do this, we do that, we're just trying to figure out our way. And we still are lost. We get all the money, still feel terrible. We get the college degree, still feel like we ain't doing enough. You get the job, still feel like that ain't enough, because that's your plan. There's a way for us to do it, and spirit will allow us to do it. But remember that the spirit is with us everywhere we go. And once we take the time away from life and we get intentional about connecting to the source, which is just connecting to yourself, because you are a reflection of the source. Everybody hears this. And like I said, we know this, but it's something totally different when spirit gets to speaking to you and telling you to cut off people that you love. Ain't nobody gonna be screaming and shouting amen to that. Ain't nobody gonna be screaming and shouting amen when things get ripped up out of your life and you feeling like you don't have nothing left. Nobody's shouting about that. But that's how it is. And that's how it goes. Even in the Bible, there's a lot of people who had to sacrifice everything. Didn't the Most High tell the man to sacrifice his child, kill his child or something like that? I don't know. Was that Abraham? I don't know. Y'all know the stories. I don't. But I know back in the Old Testament, there was a lot of things that our Creator used to say, okay, get this up. Nah, I'm just playing. You ain't got to do it. Nah, I'm just playing. You ain't got to do it. But there are times when Spirit will be like, look, leave that job. And you're like, I'm going to pay my bills. You're going to have faith. You're going to believe. You're going to listen to the guidance because Spirit will guide you. Some of you already got the guidance. Spirit is already telling you, start this thing on the side. You're like, oh, I can't start that thing on the side because I'm tired when I get out from work. But then you don't want to be on the job. So how is Spirit supposed to move in your life? And when Spirit is guiding you to do something, you won't do it. But then you pray and say, oh my goodness, you in the car, praying in the car like I used to be. Praying in the car, trying to say, I just don't want to go in here. I need a break. I need to figure out my life. Well, Spirit is telling you what to do. Thank you. You know what to do. But it's hard to do it. You have to have faith. You said faith in what? Faith in what you're hearing. Everybody can hear what to do. You know what to do. And this is not the time to play around. Everybody knows what to do. It's just the thing we're guided to do. It's hard to do it. If Spirit is guiding you to do something or disconnect from people or, stop doing certain things, even stop eating certain things, it's not because we just have to live these disciplined lifestyles and we can't do what we want to do. We can't live like everybody else. It's because you're supposed to be separated from everybody else. You're not supposed to be eating what everybody else eats. You're not supposed to be living like everybody else is living. Not if you're connected to the Spirit and the source. It's just not supposed to be that way. And it's a slow, gradual path. It's not like you rush and then you just rip everything out of your life. No, No, it took you years to become the person that you are. And Spirit knows that. So it's going to take you time for you to get into alignment. All right. So y'all join us in spiritual alignment class. I got you. All right. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm telling you, I'm going to be right there with you because I've done the work and I know how difficult it is. And when it gets dark and when your shadow gets to flaring up, you're going to need some support and I'm going to be right there. All right. You have support. If you're here, you do have support, but you got to go through the dark. You do. You may be guided to cut off your mom. And a lot of people are like, what? Your mom? You can cut off your mama? That's your mama. She brought you in the world. Is your life purpose about your mother or is it about what you came here to do? Do you want to be connected to your mother or the people in your life, or do you want to be connected to the source? Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these relationships that we have is keeping us disconnected from spirit. That's a fact. They're not teaching this in the church, in the mosque, the synagogue, the temple, and all of that. You got to cut these people off. People are going to teach you how to be a part of more organizations, or you need to be a part of things. No, spirit will separate you. You'll be by yourself. Go by yourself. Go in the woods. You'll be walking around the woods. You'll be walking in the mountains. Ain't that what Joshua did? It's a fact. You'll be by yourself. That spiritual solitude, when you have nobody to talk to, you crying and nobody can hear you cry. Nobody but spirit. Your creator and the source. And that's where you're supposed to be. One-on-one with the creator. Nothing comes before the creator. That's how it should be. But it's easily said and it's hard to do. Okay? Like they say, easier said than done. That's a fact. That's a fact. But this is where we're going. If you're going to be a part of building up this new earth, you have to recognize that you got to get out of this 3D family, friends, job, business way of thinking, money and all of that. All right? When you level up spiritually, you don't have to worry about how the money is going to come into your life. A lot of us are working and all we think about every day is money. And it's not even real. That's a 3D lower way of thinking. And trust me, I've money. And it's not even real. That's a 3D lower way of thinking. And trust me, I've been there. I know all about manifestation, manifesting houses and cars and brand new cars off the showroom floor and hundreds of thousands of dollars and all of this. I've done all of that. Trust me, I know how to manifest. But then there comes a time when you allow our spirit, our creator, to guide your steps. And some of the things that you want, it may not be what's best for you. That may not be what's best for you. So you could want something, but spirit will say, no, not right now, or no completely. And you submit to that. And you say, okay, all right. I ain't going to try to flex, to get your ego out the way. But we have our time to manifest, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a level. But then there comes a time when spirit is the head, and you follow that higher self, your higher guidance. And a lot of times it's not going to be in alignment with what your body wants. I'm just telling you right now. Just like if you want to have a healthy body, you ain't going to want to sit up there and eat broccoli and Brussels sprouts and kale all the time if you want to be healthy. You're not going to want to do that, especially if you used to eat hot Cheetos and fried chicken strips and fries all the time. You're not going to want to do that. You say you're talking to my soul. That's spirit. You're not going to want to do it. But if you do it, then what's going to happen? You're going to be healthy. You're going to be strong. You're going to think better. You're going to be clear. You're not going to need to eat as much. Because when you eat food that's live, it feeds your brain, it feeds your organs, it feeds everything. And then you don't have to be doing all this snacking at night and all of this other type of stuff. You ain't going to want all these sugary drinks and all of that. All those desires and cravings go away. But you're not going to want to do it. But it's best for you. So, as humans, okay, because remember, we are the spirit or the soul in the human body. So we have to learn how to live life as a soul or as a spirit. But that's a process. We start off on the lower realm. We do. In that 3D way of thinking. I want this, I want to get that. I want this, I want this, I want that. And that's how we start off. But then you level up and you evolve. And that's what spirituality is about. People think that spirituality is all about this astral projection, all this weird stuff people be doing and all. Look, let me tell you something. If you ain't growing and you're not evolving, you are doing spirituality all wrong. You need to go back to religion, go back to sit in the pew, go back to sit at the church or the mosque or the synagogue or the temple or whatever. Because spirituality is all about you. It's all about your growth, your soul's growth. That is what it's about. And if you're the same way that you were last year, you're not doing it right. All right? I'm just telling you the truth. Now, I heard Spirit say there's no right or wrong, and that is true, but I'm just saying, you ain't gonna grow nowhere. That's just a fact. You said exactly. That's just the truth. And there's a lot of people out here that claim to be spiritual, but they're not growing. They're not evolving. You're still doing the same thing that you've been doing for 10 years. Still got the same mindset, the same behavior, and the same beliefs. You're not changing. Spirit changes you. When spirit shows up, I'm telling you, living and moving through you and around you, everything will get shook up in your life. Everything. And you got to be okay with letting it all fall down. But it'll be rebuilt. And you'll be solid. And you'll be a different person. A lot of people look at me now and see that I've changed. I've lost 70 pounds. I'm a totally different person. If I would have kept doing what I want to do, baby, I want to eat some chicken wings. I want to go out. I want to go party. I want to do what everybody else is doing. I want to relax, go on vacation or something. But Spirit's like, no, no. I could have kept doing it. I had money. I could do whatever I want to do. It was all about the money for me. Making thousands and thousands of dollars on YouTube and everybody looking for me every week and looking for me to upload and all that. I did all of that type of stuff. But it's like I was unhealthy. I wasn't calm in my spirit. I was out partying and kicking it, but I'm a spiritualist at the same time. Make that make sense. But that's a part of the path. All right? That's a part of it. But I wasn't ready to let go. And then there comes a time, and this is for all the spiritual people out there. There comes a time on your path when Spirit will say, look, either you in or you out. And this is the reason why people don't come back. This is the reason why people lose their mind. This is the reason why you see people out here looking crazy and all of that. I'm telling you right now. Because the things that they need to do, they're not willing to do it. They can make it sound good. But Spirit gonna pull your card every time. And I already told y'all that video I did on YouTube, a lot of spiritualists gonna disappear. A lot of leaders is gonna disappear because you're not in a position to lead. And in this new earth, you're not gonna play games and act like you're a leader just because you got money. Because your money means nothing. When it comes to spirituality, your money means nothing. That's monopoly money at the candy store. It means nothing. It means nothing. And a lot of people's value comes from their possessions and their money. They haven't had that spiritual enlightenment yet because they put all of their weight and all of their confidence in what they have. But before they had $1, they didn't feel confident. That's who they really are. And it's going to be exposed. That's who they really are. They don't feel confident in who they are. They feel confident in what they have. Thank you. Thank you, cousin. We're not playing that game. You're not a leader. You have to be confident in who you are. And you have to know whose you are first. But if you feel like your money and your things and your possessions and all of that is what makes you a special elite star, like the world say you're a star celebrity because of what you have, that's not how it works in this new earth. You're a star because of who you are. You're a star because of what you do. You are a star because of your contribution to humanity. So it doesn't matter how much money you get, because a lot of people in the lower realm, they get a lot of money for doing a lot of dirt. You see what they out here doing. They may not have the awareness, but they're getting paid to bring down the old. And they may not even know it. But remember, this is spiritual. This is spiritual. And then there are those of us that are here to rebuild the new. And when you're called to rebuild the new, let me tell you why everything gets taken away from you. Because when you get everything taken away from you, you learn where your value is. You have to learn that. You have to feel valuable regardless of what you have in your bank account or what car you're driving. Okay? You still have to feel valuable. You have to know that. I know who I am regardless if I got $100 million or $100. I'ma still show up the same way. Nobody will never be able to tell the difference because I'm not going to change based off of what I have because of who I am. I know who I am, but I had to learn. And we're all on this journey of learning who we are. But you're going to see who the real leaders are. Those are going to be the ones that can stand. And the ones who cannot stand, the ones who get exposed, the ones who are knocked out the picture, don't laugh at them. Don't shame them or nothing. Because we'll see people high up at the top and then we see them fall down. And then we're like, oh yeah, good, they fell. Pray for them because that can be anybody. That can be anybody because it's hard. It is hard. Y'all know life is hard. And everybody is not equipped. Everybody can't do it. Everybody can't do the work. Especially when we talk about shadow work. Some people feel like, I've heard people say, doing shadow work just ain't for me. It's just not for me. And I can understand why they say that. Because now you have to go into the shadows and the darkness of who you are. And it's going to expose who you are. It's going to expose things about your bloodline. It's going to expose things that you don't want to feel. You may not want to feel those things. But you got to feel it to heal it. You got to feel it to heal it. And your shadow will start to act out and start to rebel and start to get angry and start to, all these emotions and things, they'll start to come up. But the only way out is through. You got to go through it. And a lot of people don't recover. Some people feel like it's too much. This is the reason why you see people on the streets. This is the reason why you see people addicted to different things. It's not because they're dumb, they're stupid, they don't know who they are and all of that. No, it's because life is hard. It's hard for them. And I'm not saying that to say, you feel sorry for them or nothing like that. Because I know the power of spirit. And spirit awakens who spirit wants to awaken. That's how it goes. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's wrong for them to be in that predicament because then I would be saying that my creator is wrong for allowing that. Whatever is supposed to be. And I'm in alignment with that. And it's well with my soul. And I know that everybody is not going to make it. I'm not here to save nobody. I'm just here to tell you the truth. Now you do with it whatever you want to do with it. But I'm not here to save you. I'm only here to show you how I've done it. And what spirit has done in my life. But you have to make decisions for yourself and for your family to cleanse your family and your bloodline. It's a fact. Especially those of us that are Africans here in America. We got a lot of work to do for our bloodline. Those of us that are called. Thank you for the love. Life is hard. It is hard. And I know. You talking to somebody who used to get up every morning and drink. Okay? I was that one. So I'm not going to be sitting up here talking about, oh, they drink, they don't know who they are, they poisoning themselves, they need to just love themselves. Like, nah, sometimes you just feel like, you know what, man, I'm good, man, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to feel nothing right now. That's real. That's real, and I understand it. I understand. That's why there's no judgment. You don't get judgment from me. All I'm here to do is support humanity. That is what I am here to do, and specifically women, because women have been the ones that have been pushed down. We are the head of the household, and it shouldn't be. That's not the way it's supposed to be. And we don't need to look at the men as being wrong. We let spirit handle the men. The men know what they need to do. We let our creator deal with them. But what we have to do is learn how to connect to our creator so that we don't have to work so hard. You can live a stress-free life and you don't have to be working on a job. You don't have to be getting so much money or having some man take care of you. You don't have to do none of that. I'm telling you. You get connected to the spirit within, that guidance that you're getting within. You start listening to that guidance. You start doing some of those scary things that frighten you. You're going to end up in a whole nother place. You're going to be a totally different person. Your life is going to change. And that's what you want. I would think, I can't say that's what you want, but, I would think you want to live that life, because nobody wants to work hard forever. And you don't have to. Our Creator wants us to live peaceful, because we came here to nurture humanity. How can we nurture humanity when we're always busy, always stressed out, always tired? Ain't got time for the children, ain't got time for the men, ain't got time for nobody. I'm tired. Leave me alone. What you want? I used to be like that. You said facts. Yes. You said, I need this work. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And you have support. Join us in spiritual alignment class, but only join when you're ready to commit to yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, the energy over here, this is real. This is real. Spirit will show up in your life and change you. But you got to be ready. You got to be ready. A lot of times people go to church and they get baptized. They accept Christ in their heart and all that. It don't change them. They don't change them. Because it's not about you accepting something external. It's accepting what's already in here. The guidance is already in here. It's just listening to what is already being said to you. And a lot of times women, we don't have that discernment, and men just take advantage of us. And we don't know that. We don't know. We feel like we're so powerful. We're so strong. No, women are weak. We are weak. We supposed to be. I ain't saying we can't do what we need to do. We gonna do what we gotta do. We were just created to do that. But the truth is, men are getting over on us. A lot of men are getting over on us and mistreating us because we don't have that connection to spirit. We don't have the discernment. That's why it's over 4 million women that are head of the household, single parents, taking care of children. Because we don't have that connection to spirit. I know. I've been there, and I'm still raising children on my own. So I know what I'm talking about. There was a time when I wasn't connected and I had no clue. And now that I am spiritually connected, I can look back and say, girl, what the heck was you thinking? I wasn't. I wasn't at all. Yeah. So, we have to do what we have to do. You said we have it, but don't tap into it or know how. Yeah. I really feel like a lot of women are asleep. You know how you hear people talk about being woke? That is very real. That is very real. And then we go from one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship, and we think it's the man, and it's not the man at all. Because no man can do to you what you don't allow. We've heard that before, right? You can hear it a million times. But until you decide to nurture and love yourself, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. We're going to be looking for a man to give us something that only we can give ourselves. And it's never going to happen. I'm going to tell you when a man is going to come into your life and love you. Because you're going to hear a lot of people say, ooh, your life is getting ready to change. You get ready to have so much great things in your life. You get ready to have a relationship and all that. You're going to have it. It's a fact. You're going to have it. But you're not going to get it before you start loving yourself. You're not going to get it before you start connecting to your purpose. What you're going to get is more lessons. And that's okay. You just need to learn. That's all right. That lady said she committed to going to Jamaica with her man. Girl, go on, be with your man, okay? Okay, I am not going to sit up here and tell you, no, you need to stop dating that man. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if you keep doing it. But I'm not going to tell you to stop doing it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Y'all keep on having all that sex and being with these men. I already told you I was getting ready to happen. So all I'm here to do is be a guide. I am a spirit guide. Spirit guides do not tell you what to do. Not your spirit guides in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm. That's not our role. Our role is to give you guidance and support so you'll never be able to say, I did not know, I did not have the support. A lot of times we're looking for support and guidance from our mom and our family and all those type of things. We don't recognize that our Creator puts the support all around us. You have invisible helpers that help you every day. You just don't know. Some of you do, but most people don't. So you think they're stopping you from going to lay up with Teddy Wayne? Heck no. Go ahead. Their only responsibility is to make sure you stay alive. You ain't going to go before it's your time. That's it. They're not going to stop you. Our Creator is not going to stop you. If you want to have 10 babies, keep having them. It's not bad. It's not wrong. This is how we learn. So if you got to have sex with 10,000 men before you get it, then that's on you. It takes us a long time because remember, we're on Earth. This is the Earth plane. It's a very dense, heavy place to be. So it takes us a long time to get lessons. We be up there like, what? I don't know why this keep happening. We don't know. And we're not supposed to. Because on the spiritual path, you know what we say. You don't know what you don't know that you don't know yet. But you keep going down the path. You keep going down the path. And the only way that you know, in all fairness, the only way that you will know anything is if our Creator, which is the Spirit, has to give you enlightenment. If you're not granted enlightenment, you'll never know. And in fact, our Creator will turn you over to whatever it is you think you believe is right. Now, some people may say, oh, no, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I'm telling you the truth. What you want me to lie to you? You can believe something is right. And I promise you, Spirit is not going to change your mind. Our Creator will let you go with that. Oh, okay, okay. Yep. Go ahead with that. It's like having a teenager, okay? Because I have teenagers. They think they know everything when they get to be teenagers, okay? I know things because I have lived. I try to tell them things ahead of time, and they feel like they know more than I do. And so what do I do as a good mother? I let them go do it. I don't control my children. I don't say, oh, no, I bet you won't. Because that's just going to stress me out. I'm not stressing behind no teenager. If you got teenagers, you already know how it is. They think they know everything. Some of them listen. Those are the smart ones. And then there are those who don't. And those who don't, you just let them go live, okay? And let them go live. You say, yeah, exactly. You know, but you let them live. Let them go do whatever it is that they want to do. And they'll come back later on in life and they'll say, Mama, you was right about what you said. You was right about what you said. And what do you say? It's okay. It's all right. I understand. That's how our Creator is with us. It's all right. I understand. You thought you knew. We always think we know. And that's the problem. Humanity thinks we know everything because we've been granted these abilities and we've been given these brains and we've been created to be designed to be these, machines and powerful people, okay? We have this creation. It's just mind-blowing when you think about it, how every single detail of our body is just planned out. And I think we take it for granted. But every single thing is working like a machine inside of us. And our Creator designed us to be that way because we came here to do great things. But we think we know everything. And the only thing we pray for is what we want. That's it. We ain't praying for nothing else. Oh, I want that brand new car. Oh my goodness, I want that brand new car. I want that house. I want that oh, please, Lord, let me get that parking spot. Please don't let them pull up in that parking spot. That's what we pray for. We ain't praying for humanity. We're not praying for the collective. We're not praying for the advancement of humanity. We're not praying to be forgiven and having mercy on us. Please, thank you. Don't leave us, please, because I know we down here jacking up. Just thank you. Yes. You said, what is this, a class? No, this is not a couples class. She said, Jim the coach. Jim the coach. No, this is not a couples class. This is the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. So this is for women, okay? If it's your husband, if you're married, then we gonna find some men to collaborate with, because I know some men gotta have some classes out there for men. But I feel like women need to work on ourselves, men need to work on themselves, and then we come together. But if we're not coming together in marriage, the only thing we're doing is coming together and falling apart, and coming together and falling apart, and coming together and falling apart. And you want to know why? The reason why that keeps happening is because we're doing what we want to do, and we leave our Creator out of it. We say, oh, we don't have to get married. We don't have to. No. We could do what married people do. It don't matter. Then you end up with babies. You end up with diseases. You end up by yourself. You end up heartbroken. You end up lonely. But you want to do it your way. And I just told you, Spirit ain't going to stop you. Go ahead. Yeah, you said heavy yoke coming together and falling apart. That's all that keeps happening. But it's not wrong. We got to learn. And hopefully we are learning. But I know that there are a lot of women out here, they're not learning. And they're mad at the men and think that it's the man's fault. It's not his fault. And I'm going to tell you something else. These men are not going to change until we do. They're going to keep on doing whatever we allow them to do. If we say we like fingernails and dangling earrings and little booty shorts that they be wearing, they're going to keep on doing it. If they feel like they could be with Tamika and Tanya and Rhonda, if we say, oh, well, man going to be a man, he can do whatever he want to do, then that's what he going to do. If we say that we're going to keep being with men that eat whatever they want, drink whatever they want, do whatever they want, and we're going to be with them anyway because that's just how they are, then that's what they're going to keep doing. But there is a collective of women, and I believe it wholeheartedly in everything within me, in my heart. Wholeheartedly. There is a group of women, powerful community of women that are on their thing. I'm telling you. They are healing for real. And they would never compromise the work that they are doing on themselves for a man. Not in a million years. Because it took them too long to get to where they are. And they know the presence and the power of spirit. They know that they are a kept woman. They're already taken care of without the man. So any man that comes into their life is going to have to add value. He's going to have to be disciplined. And that's what's going to change the men. Those type of women. Not these women that are out here chasing behind these men, because a lot of women, we forget that we're here to help them. So why do you feel like they going, you know what I'm saying? You got to rush and chase after them, all this 10-to-1 bull crap they keep telling y'all. It's not true. They want to be married and they ain't married. So if it's 10-to-1, why you ain't got a wife yet? Oh, I'm not sure if this is the one. It ain't the one. It ain't the one, men. If you got a question if this is your wife, she ain't the one. Because every single man I know that got married, right away, he said, I knew this was my wife because Spirit told him, that's your wife. Other than that, all they doing is playing. That's all these men are doing. So women, thank you, cousin. So women, and I heard Tony Gaskin say this, and it's real. He said, women will find a reason to keep a man, and men will find a reason to let you go. And once we recognize that, that's going to change the game. Because we go into a relationship thinking this is my husband. We going to get married. We going to be this. We going to be that. We going to be that. We going to be this. He find a reason to let you go. Because once he get what he want from you, there's like 100 more women that's going to give him the same thing. So why would he want to stay with you? That's so real. So real. You said goosebumps. It's a fact. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for the love. But we don't see it. And we're not supposed to. Because I just told you it's not wrong. It's not wrong what they're doing. They're supposed to do exactly what they're doing. Not to say they're getting away with anything. Because I already told you, the men, their time is up too. Because if we were given as a gift to help the man, and our Creator gave them a woman as a gift to help them, and then they manipulate us, use us, throw us to the curb, leave us with all these babies and all this other type of stuff, and feel like they're just going to run through the earth and just raise HELL, they're done. Over Venito. And I already told y'all, if y'all choosing to sleep with these men, don't be surprised what you get when you're sleeping with them. Don't be surprised. Don't even be surprised. I ain't trying to scare you. I just told you I'm a guide. I'm just trying to warn you ahead of time. So you won't be able to say, why is this happening to me? You gonna know why it's happening to you. Because you chose the man over the Creator. And that's what a lot of women did before us. And that's what a lot of women are doing right now. You choose the man, you get the baby, you get the problem, you get the drama, and you get disconnected from the spirit, and then you mad. So that's why a lot of women are mad and frustrated. You just got to be real with yourself. If you're moving like that, and you choosing to go after a man instead of going after your purpose and getting connected to spirit, that's on you. That's your choice. That's your choice. But, you may have a little fun with the man for a minute. But I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going to like the outcome. You said facts. It is a fact. It is a fact. You said celibacy is the best policy for these times. It is. Absolutely. And there are so many women, let me tell you, cousin, there are so many women that are celibate right now or abstaining for years. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Those are the ones. Them are the ones, I'm telling you. They're going to get these men together. You keep asking when is the class, cousin. The class is now. You can sign up now. You can sign up right now. If you sign up for the spiritual alignment class, you're going to get your first assignment on Sunday. Okay? It's a 4-week commitment to yourself. Be ready to commit. And I'm telling you, once you get in spiritual alignment, these men ain't going to be able to play you. You ain't going to be on no job you don't want to be on. You're not going to be in no business doing nothing you don't want to do. You're going to get connected to the source. You're going to connect to your power. You're going to connect to your purpose. And you're going to be a better woman. You're going to be a better mother. I'm telling you, Spirit will do it. It takes time. That's why I'm here, okay? That's why we have the private community, because I don't want to just put you in the class and just say, okay, that's it. No. After you take the class and while you're taking the class, you can ask me questions. You can get guidance along the way. I'm not always here on TikTok Live. I'm not. I'm in the spiritual alignment class. That's where you'll find me. So click the link and join. Hey, cousin. Hey, true unicorn. That's our cousin. It's real though. It's real. It's real. The link, I don't know if I should say this because they say you shouldn't say it on live, but y'all know where to find the information people be putting on the profile. Click my picture. The picture up there. Click that. Yes. You say, y'all please join spiritual alignment class. It's one of the best decisions I ever made. Period. It ain't no games being played, I'm telling you. All the games is over. All the games is over. But join when you're ready to commit. Join when you're ready to get your life in order for real. If you know you still want to roll around with Teddy Wayne and do all that, do that. But don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you're just going to waste your time. You're going to waste your money. You have to be ready to commit to yourself. You got to be tired. Get to the point to where you tired first. And that's the reason why Spirit will allow us to go through all these things with these men and everything we go through in our life. Because we got to get exhausted first. We got to say, oh, help me. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. And then you change. Okay? So that's the reason why negative forces exist. That's the reason for the shadow. That's the reason for all this dark energy and everything. All right. It teaches us very quickly. Hopefully, that's the hope, that we will get the lesson. And when it comes to you nurturing your shadow and getting to know these different aspects of yourself, it's very important, because there are times when you just should not be working hard. There are times when you just shouldn't have no man inside of you. There's just time. I'm just being for real. I ain't trying to be, TMI, but there's just times when you just gotta just be you. It's okay. It's okay. You ain't always gotta have no man up on you, on top of underneath you. You say, hold on, Ken, hold on. Cause I be wanting that man on top of underneath me. Hey, cousin. Hey, Tink. Hey, Tink is about to help us get the lighthouse, y'all. I told you we moved to Atlanta to get the lighthouse. We about to open up our wellness center, and we're going to do some retreats. We're going to do our healing sessions live and in person, because right now you can join spiritual alignment classes online. And don't forget that on the 4th, I'm doing a wellness, what am I doing? For single mothers. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I get too excited. But for single mothers, I'm going to be doing a wellness session. So I'm going to be doing healing energy, sending y'all long distance healing, sharing my experience, my story, and guiding you all through your experience and everything on May the 4th. So sign up, all right? Sign up and register. It's just for single mothers. Ain't no shade to nobody else, but I know the struggle that a lot of single women are going through raising children. And, we're going to release some of this energy, because it can be too much sometimes. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you the truth. The world don't be liking single mothers. And I did say don't be liking. It's the truth. Everybody want to act like single mothers is like a plague or something, like it's a problem with being a single mothers, when whole time we're the ones holding up the community. Most people can say that they've been raised by a single woman. So I don't understand what this hate is and why everybody feel like they got a problem with single mothers. But listen, if it wasn't for us, there would be no community. Period. So I'm here for the single woman. I'm here for you. And I'm here to help you to stop making those, same detours. Because they're not mistakes. But you keep going in the same cycle, keep doing the same thing over and over again. And sometimes you need somebody to just be honest and real with you and say, look, cousin, all right? You need to see this is up ahead. You said you signed up. I'm divorced with kids. Yes. Come. And it's free. It's free. All you got to do is just make some time for yourself. That's why I tell y'all with spiritual alignment class, with all the events, just make some time for yourself. I know you're busy. You got things to do. You're in college, you're working, or whatever it is that you're doing, because there's some women out there that are still in training and college and school and stuff like that. That's fine. It's okay for you to hit your goals and stuff like that in the physical. But if you don't get connected to the spirit, get connected to the source, and get your life in alignment, you're going to be burnt out, you're going to be stressed out, and you're going to be tired. So you can get the money, you can get the things, but you're not going to be able to enjoy it because you're not happy inside. So when we do that shadow work, we start working on ourselves, what's going on inside of us. That's what we got to pay attention to. Yes, you said we are the strongest. Absolutely. Absolutely. And men out here talking about they don't want to be with a single mother. It's like, who you want to be with, a man? Because that's what y'all doing. Y'all want to be with a man? Oh, y'all want to be with some kids? Because y'all been doing that too. Okay. Oh, y'all want to be with the young girls? Oh, okay. Because if you want a woman, you might have to be with a woman with a child. Because I just told y'all about 4 million women are raising children on our own in America alone. All right? So for a man to say that he doesn't want a woman with a child, that's saying that he really don't like people. Because a child is only a person. These are little people. And if a man does not want to have his hands in helping to raise up a child, regardless if it's his or not, then that's telling you that this man don't really want. He don't like people. He's not a leader. So you just check him right on off the box. Because there's a lot of men out here that will step up. And they understand that it's not just about you having a baby with somebody else. It's you having a child. But this child is going to impact this world in some way. And they want to have a part of that. And there's a lot of people who can say that they have turned out to be better than they probably would have been because of their stepfather. So let these men go play. Let them go play. We're going to stand right where we are. We're going to do what we're doing. We're going to keep healing. We're going to keep growing because we got the power to heal. So whole time while they out there talking about, I want this and I don't want that. Look, they listen to society tell them, you the man. You supposed to get whatever you want. You supposed to have any woman that you want. You can do whatever you want. And they all going to be old and single. All of them. Watch. They all going to be old and single. Ain't nobody going to want them. Ain't nobody going to want them. They took all their time to figure out what I want to do. I don't know if I want Tamika. I don't know if I want Tanya. I don't know what I want to do. They going to get older and older and older and going to be by themselves. They wasn't there for the children. They done dished out on all the women. Mama gone, sisters and brothers just as old as them. Let them go. We got work to do, ladies. We do. We do. Our Creator is calling us back. Come on back. Okay? Come on back. Don't even worry about the men. Let them do what they gonna do. Can't control them. But I know one thing for sure is when women start to change, they gonna get it together. Because a man want a woman. Okay? And especially a good one. And especially one that got the power to heal. And this man all up in his head going crazy and all this stuff going on in his life. And you got the power to heal. You just sitting there like, okay. He wants you. He wants you. I'm telling you. But we got to heal ourselves. Remember, we are our first patient. We have to heal ourselves. We got to get ourselves right. But a lot of times we want to go out there and date and be with a man, but we not right. So then the man just treats us the same way we treating ourselves. He's not going to treat you better than you treat yourself. And you say, these men ain't no good. But you can't expect him to love you more than you love yourself. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You said beautifully said, honey. Thank you, honey. It's the fact. It's true, right? That's what's been happening. I talked to so many women over the years. I mean, thousands of women over the years. Heartbroken. Every woman has the same thing in common. A no good man. I'm telling you, I would not lie to you. Thousands of women. You said, glad I found this group. Yes, cousin. You have support here. Thousands of women all over the world. They all have the same story. And I'm not bashing men. I'm not bashing men. I love men. And I really believe that, one day we gonna come together. But not before we get ourselves in order. It ain't gonna happen. Okay? But every woman I've talked to, okay, all of them have a no good man. Either they have children that they raising by themselves, or they got divorced, or they had a man that just blatantly just try to destroy them for no good reason. No good reason. And this is what I always say. A woman's only crime is loving a man more than she loves herself. That is our only crime. We'll love the man more than anything. But when it comes to ourselves and paying attention to ourselves and nurturing ourselves, we put ourselves on the back burner. Because when you do that, you have to remember you are a reflection of the Creator. I don't care what these men say. I don't care what these men say. These men might say, oh, they the ones that's connected to the Spirit and all that. Listen, we have a connection to the Spirit too. And they don't want us to get connected to the Spirit, because once we do, we gonna know the truth. All right? But you are a reflection of the Creator. And when you mistreat yourself, you are mistreating our Creator. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You said, I can see you making a good man happy because you are very feminine with a wonderful smile. Thank you, Philip. I don't mean no harm. I love men. I have brothers, sons, uncles, like everybody else. I love men and I understand them. I understand men so much. I really do. Like in my heart. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. A little sidebar about me. When I grew up, I was a tomboy. So I love riding bikes. My favorite cousins was two boys. We used to ride bikes, climb trees, eat mud pies, and I love being with boys because they so excited and they so fun. I just love being with boys. I ain't got nothing to say about women, okay? I love women too, but it's just different. Because I have sisters too, and we have a bond and it's different. But being with boys, it's so fun and it's so, they funny and stuff. I just love guys, okay? I just love them. But I also know they have that side to them that is very heartless. It can be very heartless, especially if they've gone through a lot of trauma and childhood things and mama wasn't doing what she supposed to do and they went through all these different type of things as a child. It impacts them. But they've been conditioned to just push it down and go to work. Don't worry about it. Go to work. And when we talk about doing the shadow work, we can't live like that. And that includes the men too. You said tomboy life was the best. It was the best. I mean, the best time of my life, cousin, was when I was a tomboy. Like, I hated wearing dresses and stuff. Spirit had to get me together and get my wardrobe right. But being like feminine and all that, that's Spirit. That was guidance. I did not want this. You said you have to teach these women how to be more feminine. My baby mama used to act like Mike Tyson. And you said his baby mama used to act like Mike Tyson. What she used to do? Hit you upside your head, Philip? Don't hit the men. Don't, And I saw that too. Okay, now that you said that, that really surprised me because I was watching Jada Waiter's sister. I can't remember her name. Y'all don't know. But Jada Waiter, her sister, was talking to her baby daddy. He was trying to leave. And she was telling him, no, you can't leave. You can't leave. He was trying to get his clothes and stuff so he can leave. And she was like saying that she wasn't going to let him go or whatever. And so he was like, I don't want to be with you. You drinking. I don't want to be with no woman that's always drunk all the time and putting your hands on me all the time and all that. Because you laughing, I'm for real. He said, I don't want to be with no woman that's always drunk and putting your hands on me. And I was like, what? So these girls be swinging on the men. The women be out here hitting on the men. I never seen it. I ain't never seen it in my life. I'm going to tell you what I used to see, okay? Because I come from the 90s, okay? Most of the women back in the day, They used to get their head warmed up. I'm just telling you the truth. Men used to be beating women for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not lying to you. This very real. So this new generation of men, y'all letting y'all women beat y'all up? I'm not laughing because it's not funny. But it's the truth. You say you just invited your sister to the class? Okay, yes. Yes, invite everybody you know, because every woman in the world needs to be in spiritual alignment class. Every woman, all right? And then make sure that y'all sign up for the wellness session too. But yeah, you said 10 years ago. Yes, you said, cousin, that was me 20 years ago. I'm so glad I changed. Cousin, you used to be beating up on your boyfriend? No. What he used to do, just sit there and let you hit him upside the head? This ain't funny. This is not funny. Cousin. Not my cousin. No. You hit your boyfriend? He probably did something. Look, I'm taking up for my cousin now. Dang. I can't be like that. He probably did something. I just want to know. You said you changed because, okay, you said it ain't funny, but I be wanting to know. Yeah, I want to know too. What'd he do? Oh, he was a cheater. See? That's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about like beating on your boyfriend. That's what I'm thinking about, like a woman just beating on your boyfriend just because, like how men used to beat on women. I know it's women still getting beat now, but it used to be real bad back in the 90s. It's like every woman used to get beat up. Every woman used to get beat up. It's like, oh my goodness, dang, why y'all don't leave these men for nothing? They would just start fighting a woman. It could be a barbecue. We sit up there barbecue. We have a party or something like that. Next thing you know, pow, pow, pow. It's like, whoa. Oh, yes. Yes, it used to be like that. But you know, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, okay? Ghetto, country, hood, okay? The men was crazy back in the day. Crazy. You said you have hit a man before, but I know he wouldn't hit me back. But I never beefed up to a man. Man, not the men I know. Shh. Man, they'll hit you hard. They'll knock you out. I'm just being for real. The men I know that I grew up with in my city, they don't mind hitting a woman in your face too. I'm like, why you gotta hit her in the jaw? The men these days, like you said, they soft. They soft. They are soft. They be trying to act hard. They ain't hard. They ain't hard. I ain't never put my hand on no man though. Now I might, when I was younger, I might, argue and stuff like that when I was younger. But even now, I don't argue. I ain't got nothing to argue about. If we disagree, then it's a disagreement, okay? But we ain't got to argue. And we definitely don't have to fight. But when I was younger, I still didn't put my hand on no man. I guess because I always knew what a man could do. And I know what a man can do. If he really want to hurt a woman, oh man, and women used to get beat up. You talking about Tina Turner? Man, Tina Turner, when I seen that movie, I was like, that was normal. That was real normal. I ain't lying to you. A woman, her whole face would be jacked up. A man would just take off. For real. You said, may that love never find me. Me either. Because I'm telling you, I used to say that. I said, I don't know how they stay in these relationships, but that ain't going to never be me. That is not going to be me. If a man yell at me, if you put your hands on me, done. I'm out of there. You said, yeah, Ike said he never did. What? Oh, Ike said he never did? He never hit Tina? Shh. That ain't what she said. She told a whole different story. And I'm like how he was. That's how it was because a lot of men were on drugs. A lot of men were on drugs back in the 90s. So a lot of women, either they got turned out and put on drugs or they used to get beat by those men. You said you left the cheater and ended up with a man who was verbally and physically abusive. I fought for 2 years. Man, that's tough, man. You said before I ran away from him, thank God. Yeah, man. Shh. Whew. I I just don't know why people run to a man. I just don't. It just ain't in me. It just ain't in me. And I'm thankful for the awareness. Okay, and I'm gonna say that because I know we do have to have that awareness. But running to a man, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I'm telling you, I know I'm gonna get married one day, but I never will run and look for a man. I never will look for one. Ain't looking for one. Ain't thinking about one. If a man come into my life, it has to be divine. Spirit, you got to send a man in my life. Because I know what they can do. I know, girl, these men, they will try to destroy you. They will. And a lot of them, some of them do it because, you know, they get a kick out of it. But most of them, they don't even know why they're doing what they do. They probably don't even want to be like that. But they don't know how to change. But they're spiritually disconnected. You know, I said we all are disconnected, but they're disconnected. And they're so easily used and manipulated by the spirits on the other realm because they're the leader. So they get used and they get manipulated to hurt us. They do. You say you've been celibate for 3 years now. I know that's right. Take your power back. It ain't never too late to start over again. I don't care how many children you have. I don't care how many men you've been with. Whenever you decide, you know what, I'm getting ready to clean it up. Ain't no man gonna be up in here, okay, parking up in this garage if he ain't my husband. You can say that and you can do that. And you add value. When you are valuable, let me tell you something. Any man is gonna want to be with you. Don't listen to these men tell you, oh, this statistic, this and that. It don't matter. Because it's the energy, it's your spirit, it's your soul. It's going to be who you are. That's going to attract him to you. And spirit wants us to be with a man. We're not supposed to be by ourselves. But we can't put the man before we put our creator. And that's where we fall every time. That's where we fall every time. You said it's been a year for me. Yep. There are so many women that are celibate right now. They getting the memo. Y'all getting the memo. Spirit putting it down. Putting that download in. Okay. Watch out. Watch out. Be careful. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Because these spirits, baby, they running through folks. They running through folks. Not just men, women too. They running through the folks. But that's because they came here to do what they came here to do. You know, we just got to focus on doing what we came here to do. Ain't no fear here. So ain't nobody afraid of no dark forces and no negative entities and all that. We can send them away and get rid of that. But they doing what they came here to do. And if they have an entry, this is the reason why we're guided to be disciplined. Because if they can get into your life, they can destroy your life. So a lot of women, you getting all these blessings and all this goodness and all this great stuff coming to your life and all that. You let the wrong man in there. You let the wrong friend in there. You let the wrong sister or cousin or whoever, your mama or whoever in there. And they get manipulated by these entities on the other side. They can come in and tear up that whole situation. And that's the reason why Spirit is saying, look, you have to be okay with disconnecting from things that no longer serve you. Because if one person can destroy everything. Or they can detour you, throw you off your game. You said 5 for you? Yes. You said 5 years for me. Baby, okay? That's my cousin. You said what? But we learn. You know, we have to learn and we have to grow. We have to learn, we have to grow. And, you know, it's the society we live in. It's normal for us to just have sex with a man. That is our man. You know, but it's not pushed for us to be married because that takes our creator and takes spirit out of it. So then we're choosing him or he's choosing us and then it doesn't work. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be spirit bringing us together. Like the vow says, where spirit brings two people together, let no man or woman or whatever put us under. That's because spirit brought you two together. But when he's out there looking, you out there looking, or we just going to get married because we've been together, or we got kids, we just going to get married, or we like each other, you cute, okay, we're going to get married. I want my kids to look like this, so we're going to get married. That's us choosing. Spirit going to choose somebody who's going to be there to support you, but they're also going to be able to help you to grow. That's different. You said it had been 2.5 years, 2.5 years for you. Okay, look at y'all. Good girl. Cause you're a good girl. Look, my cousins is good. Tell me, these men better go on. Talking about 10 to 1. I bet y'all won't get one of these divine feminists, though. Y'all gonna have to get y'all 10 dimes to put together. That's what y'all gonna have to do. That's why all these men talk about, yeah, I'm gonna need me about 10 women. You gonna need 10 women. You wanna know why? Because you ain't got one divine feminine. She's every woman. She can do everything. She can. She is. What? Yeah, they don't know. So just let them do it. They gonna get drove straight crazy. These men out here messing with these crazy women. Some of these women got that witch energy. They do. Possessive, crazy, ain't healed, but they look good though. They swinging that wagon, dragging that wagon. They always be like, ooh. They don't even know the temptress are doing their thing. They're like, yeah, come on, baby. Then they don't know why their head is all jacked up. Oh. Whoever they laying down with, they gonna pick up her energy. They gonna pick up her energy. If she lack confidence, you gonna lack confidence. If she ain't what she need to be, that's how he gonna be. Listen, let them crash. Let them men crash out. They gonna get tired. They will get tired. And that's the same thing that has to happen to us too as women. Just to be fair, it has to happen to us too. We gotta get tired. We gotta crash out. And then we get better. Hopefully. But not everybody. Not everybody. Thank you for the follow. Not everybody. You said, Ken, you look good. I remember you from YouTube. Thank you, cousin. I'm back. Look, in Atlanta doing a bankhead bounce. I'm back, cousin. I am still here to support y'all. Y'all make sure y'all join us in spiritual alignment class. I have a wellness session that I'm doing on May the 4th for single mothers. So make sure that y'all come. It's free. Make sure y'all come. I'll be sending y'all some healing energy. We're going to do a reset. It's time for us to evolve. It's time for us to grow. You said, I remember the credentials on the wall in your background on YouTube. Yes, I used to have all my degrees and diplomas and all that stuff back here. See how plain it is? Because I want to do something different. I know I have this right here to this poster. I'm going to take all this stuff down. You said we running for our lives as men. Well, don't run. You ain't got to run. Run to the Creator, okay? Follow that guidance from spirit within. Because I'm telling you, it's some vicious women out here. I ain't on their side. I'm telling you, we ain't all the same. Just like all black people ain't all the same, all white people ain't all the same. All women are not the same. It is some women out here that will destroy you. And their energy is terrible. You have that sex with one of them, baby, you will be done. Done mentally, spiritually, emotionally, jacked. This woman could be jacked up. I'm telling you. And men don't know that. They don't know that. You said, please don't run, Johnny. Walk and enjoy the journey. Yeah. You said, don't she look beautiful? Thank you, cousin. Look, it's a lot of work. Y'all know I didn't come out the box like this. Y'all remember? Y'all remember how I used to look? I had braces, I had my little locks and all that, you know. It's a journey. It's definitely a journey, but I'm committed to myself. And I think that the more people commit to themselves and you get to know yourself, these different aspects of who you are, your shadow, your inner child, your higher self, you know when to, connect to these different aspects of yourself, then you'll become a better person. And that will make you a better partner. But, we're not out here trying to commit to ourselves. We're trying to commit to somebody else, and that's why it's not working. It's just not working. It's just like in our community. Like, we want to go and help other people. It's like we need to commit to ourselves. Let's do what we need to do for ourselves. And then we can go out and, connect with others. It's just, we have to learn how to love ourselves. And we're going to learn it one way or the other because I told you the world is changing. And everything is growing and evolving. And humanity has to grow and evolve too. It's just what it is. So, we have the free will to choose. Yes, you could choose. But if you choose to stay the same, You're going to feel terrible. You're going to feel terrible. And I'm here to tell you, it's going to be a hard, long ride. I'm telling you. But if you submit to the change, you start following that guidance from Spirit within, you start taking time out to love and nurture yourself. Don't push yourself down for how you feel. Acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge your shadow. Nurture your shadow. Spend time with yourself, by yourself, whenever you can. You're going to see a change. You're going to see a change. For sure. Let me see what you said. You said, yeah, there really is some vicious women toward... Oh, yeah. We know these vicious women. You got to deal with them. They're your sisters, your friends, your supervisor at the job, your co-worker. Y'all know these women out here ain't all right. They ain't all right. And a lot of women just think because they're a woman, they're supposed to get treated like a woman. No, some women are terrible. They're terrible. They're not nice. I have been around them. I'm telling you, I've had to deal with this my whole entire life. I've always had to deal with women that just don't like me for nothing. I ain't never did nothing to them but just be can. All I'm doing is be can. That's it. That's it. And women don't like me for that. I didn't start getting love until I came online. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, other than like my family and stuff like that, I know my family love me, but it's never been people that I could just like connect to and relate to. And I know why. You know, I'm set apart and I'm different for a reason, and that's fine. But I just never understood why a woman could hate you so bad and you don't even hate her. I've had women, especially on this platform, I'm telling you, there's women that do the same thing I do that just hate me. Why? Like, you're weird. Don't look. Don't look at me. Just weird energy. You said same. It's crazy. You said bitterness about life. Facts. But it ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. I have women try to do spell work on me and all that kind of stuff. Why would you want to stop what I'm doing? But this is how I know. It's not personal, okay? Let's come up a little bit higher. Thank you, Spirit. Come up a little bit higher. It's not personal. This is spiritual, all right? And we have to remember that there are principalities and there are spirits in the higher realms that use these people that are vessels. And so if they can stop me, then they can stop what I'm doing and all of that. So I get that, okay? But women, this is why we got to heal. Because a lot of times women out here being manipulated by these spirits on the other side. And they think that these spirits is on their side the whole time. These spirits are just using them for all of their tea and coffee and crackers and cakes. I said too much, sorry. Dang, sorry. I mean, I had altars too. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they just... Johnny, you laughing out for real. That's all they doing. They said, bring me a cigarette. All they doing is getting used up for all of their leftover food. Whole time they thought... Thought you had a friend. That's how they used to say it. Thought you had a friend. Look, somebody try to give you something. Thought you had a friend. That's the spirits on the other side. He said, true. It's a fact. I know it's true. They be like, ooh, I'm going to go to my altar and I'm going to get somebody took down. Let me get my candles. Let me get my Roman candle. Baby, I be laughing because I know they be burning candles on us, boy. They do. I'm telling y'all, be careful. Men and women too. They'll burn a candle on you too. You supposed to be their friend. You do one thing they don't like. Okay, that's it. Let me get all my candles. I'm getting ready to tear their butt up today. Baby, they'll put them in a star in a minute. Okay? This is to take you down. Okay. Make sure you bring me some hot tea, coffee, cigarettes, gin. Yeah, let's use the Bible verses too. Let me, you said, yeah, it's crazy. I'm telling y'all the truth. Thinking they got a friend. Let me tell you something about the spirits on the other side. And I'm going to go because I ain't going to tell you too much, okay? I ain't going to tell y'all too much. Let me tell you something about the negative forces on the other side. They ain't got no loyalty to nobody. They have no loyalty to nobody. They're not loyal to you. You think you calling on your ancestors and you calling on your spirits to have your back. Let me tell you something. When them great ones come, they're going to turn on you. They're going to turn on whoever it is out there. They're going to turn on you. Because they know when the great ones come, their time is up. They can manipulate for a certain period of time, just like here in this physical. They can manipulate for a certain period of time. But when their time is up, it's done. So, I ain't going to say too much. That's enough. That's enough. You said keep spitting facts. They coming for you. I'm just telling you the truth. They coming. They gonna come for and if they were able to use and manipulate you to do the work, guess what? You ain't off the hook. Just because you didn't know you were being manipulated on the other side, that's just like when you was younger. Your friend do something, they get caught, they get in trouble, but you was there too. So guess what? You getting to work too. Yeah. You said everything. It's a fact. So while people think they out here doing this spell work and doing all this manifestation, magic, and all that type of stuff, look, I'm going to give you a little tip. Do the work on yourself. If you're going to burn a candle, light a candle for yourself, for you to heal, for you to grow, for you to get better. Okay? Do some of that. You said you teaching. For real. Do some work on yourself. You doing work trying to hurt somebody else, all you doing is lowering the frequency of the planet. Are you here to evolve and grow? Or are you here to lower the frequency of the planet? Pick a side. If you don't know what side you on, I just told you what side you on. Whoever it is out there doing this work. I don't know. Y'all listening? Y'all know them. Share it. Share the video. They probably listening. But I ain't talking to my cousin because I know my cousin don't be on that time. But I'm just saying. There are those of us that are here to evolve and to grow and to raise the vibration and frequency of others in the planet. And there are those who are here to destroy. So them being destructive, okay, that's what they're going to do. That's fine. But just know your time is coming. Okay? Just know it. I'm just a messenger. You said release that energy for your own healing. That's all I'm saying. Why not? If you got so much help on the other side, then why they not helping you to heal and heal your bloodline? Why they not helping you to do that? Because they can't. Because they can't. And I said what I said. They know who to mess with. They know who to mess with. And they know who not to mess with. And they can't mess with me. You want to know why? It ain't because I'm pleading the blood. It ain't because I'm calling on some name and reading some Bible scripture. It's because I'm connected. And I've done the work. And nothing comes before the Creator in my life. So when you get on that level, they know. And every woman connected to me is safe. So that's why I'm Marie Moses. Okay? Y'all better go on. Y'all could burn 1,000 candles on me. All I'm going to do is this. You said much love. Yes, you said doing the work is what truly matters. That's how you evolve. They can't touch you because, listen, it's levels to heaven. It's levels to spirits. It's levels to angels. It's levels to people. It's levels. All right? So as you grow and evolve, that's just not something that we say. You actually are leveling up spiritually. You can travel, you can go, and you can do things in higher realms and higher dimensions. You're connected to higher forces and sources as your energy changes. But if you're on a low level, you eat low food, you're around people down here, you're doing all this low stuff, then you connect to entities on the other side that are on that level. That's a fact. But as we grow, we heal, we evolve, then we get higher, we become one with the source. We become one with the source. And we become one with those higher forces. The greatness. That's how we connect to our higher self. That's how we do it. And once you get to that level, you cannot be touched because they're down here. They can only touch what's down here. That's the reason why spell work works, because most people are down here. So when spirit is guiding you to start doing certain things, letting people go, stop eating that food, stop doing these things, it's because your frequency is raising up and you're raising up. And all of those attacks that you're getting, they cannot touch you when you're up here. But if you're down here, then you getting lit up like the 4th of July. All kind of stuff be happening. Ask me how I know. It's real. People ain't got to believe in spell work. People say, I don't believe in spell work. You under spell right now. Oh, y'all don't believe in spell work. Let me tell you who do believe in spell work. The people who run this country. Okay. I'm saying too much. You said, how do you merge into a meatless diet? So the way that I did it was slowly and gradually. So pick one day out of the week. Normally people will do like a meatless Monday and just pick a meal on Monday that's just going to be completely meatless. And don't skimp, give yourself enough food, don't have to be a salad. And look on TikTok. TikTok has a lot of recipes. So I would suggest you look for alkaline recipes, not necessarily vegan, because they use a lot of different things, vegan people. But look for alkaline recipes on TikTok. It's a lot of people that are cooking some food. I'm telling you, I learned a lot of things. And I also have an ebook too. I'm going to release all that stuff. I haven't released it yet, but I have a cookbook and all of that. Why meatless? Well, I'm going to tell you something you don't know, okay? Because it ain't no wrong question, okay? But anytime you eat meat, you're eating dead flesh, okay? It's a dead animal. They killed it. And now you took that dead animal and put it inside your body like, So now that energy is now inserted in your energy, okay? But you want to raise up your frequency. You can't raise up your frequency with that dead energy in you. You want live energy. You want plants. You want fruit. You want things that rot and spoil. I know meat can rot and spoil too, but I'm talking about fruits and vegetables. That was the food that was created for us. That's what we're supposed to eat. Now, we've been conditioned to eat meat, and it's not wrong. This is just the program. But this is the reason why we're sick. A lot of us have these mood disorders. We going up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next. It's hormonal. And it's because of what the animals have went through, and then we put it in our body. And that affects us. It affects us. And I can say this because I know what it's like to eat meat and love eating meat. And I know what it's like to be a vegetarian. And now I crave vegetables and fruit, whereas years ago, I went years and never had a fruit or a vegetable and didn't even think nothing about it. So I know what it's like to be on both ends. But as you grow and you evolve and you get closer to the source, I'm telling you, this is what our Creator wants us to eat. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for the love. And it's not to deprive us from eating meat. Because I'll tell you this, thank you. If nobody ever introduced you to meat and they only introduce you to a vegetarian lifestyle, that's all you would know and that's all you would want. But the reason why we eat meat is because it's been passed down. Our parents taught us how to eat this. We eat that. We just been passing this generation of sickness down, and it has to stop somewhere. And in my family, in my bloodline, it stopped with me. There's nobody else in my family that is a vegetarian except for me. And if we call ourselves the generational curse breakers, we're not just breaking curses because we're making money, because remember, money's fake. It doesn't exist. Everybody about to find that out real soon. You're a generational curse breaker because you're doing something that other people in the family have not done, and it's benefiting the family. You're changing the energy and the frequency, and you're aligning your family and your bloodline back into the oneness with our Creator because of your obedience. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Yes. You said it grows. Oh, hold on one second. You said thank you for this. Yes, absolutely. You're welcome. You are welcome. So that's the reason why we want to be plant-based. And, excuse me, it's a process. And it's like I always say, it's not like you're going to go to the stop sign, hit the brake, and just stop. Some people can do that, but I didn't do that. I slowly stopped eating meat. So I stopped eating red meat, which I find is the easiest. No red meat. I was eating chicken, ground turkey, and what else? Chicken, ground turkey, and fish. Excuse me. Then I stopped eating the ground turkey and I was just eating chicken and I was eating fish. But it took years. This is a process, okay? And even if you give yourself the whole entire year, first go on a fast. Go on a 9-day fast. Once you go on a fast from meat, not from food, you can have any food you want, okay? This is how I do it in my mind. I don't tell myself what I can't have. I focus on what I can have. You can have anything you want to eat except for meat for 9 days. That's how I stopped eating meat. And I believe it was Spirit who changed my desire, because I love meat like everybody else. But when I went on that fast, I prayed, and I prayed for the desire to change. We have to ask for what we need. A lot of times we don't have what we need because we're not asking for it. If you want your desire to change, then pray for your desire to change. And then once you get the guidance, because you're going to get some guidance, then you start moving your feet in that direction. So once I cut out the turkey, then I just was eating chicken and fish. And then I cut out the chicken and I was just eating fish. And then I cut out the fish. It's slowly. It's a slow process. You said you were vegetarians for 16 months, went back to seafood. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you going back and doing the things. Once you make a commitment and you really get in alignment with Spirit, that's the only way you're going to change. Because your human body, you trying to do it with your mind and your logic and all this stuff, it's not going to work. The only way that we change is when Spirit allows it. We submit to it and Spirit allows it. That's the only way we change. If Spirit's not doing it, then we're going to always slide back. And it's supposed to be like that. So we can see that we need our connection to Spirit to get things done. And that's why that happens. So it's not wrong. And I always say, enjoy while you can. Okay? Enjoy while you can. Because when Spirit show up, baby, it's over. It's over. But you ain't going to want it anyway. So you said you've been off pork and beef since 9/17. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pork. People who eat pork is just... They just don't know. They just don't know. People just don't know. They gonna eat them worms, put them worms down in their gut and all that type of stuff. We just gotta pray for them, okay? Because a lot of Christian people be eating pork, and I be like, man, you know, nothing. Sorry, I just sound like a child talking about nothing. Nothing. Never mind. You say you quit cold turkey when I should have did it little by little. Yeah. Do it little by little, because that's how you stay in the game. Now, when we talk about shadow work, that's how you stay in the game, okay? When you are addicted to something, like me, I was addicted to shopping, addicted to food, addicted to drinking, smoking, all that, okay? Like everybody else, all right? Whenever you have an addiction, you don't want to just stop, because you're going to always slide back. What you do is you set times and dates for you to do certain things. So like me with drinking. I used to drink a lot, but that was normal where I come from. We party, we kick it, we drink, that's it. Instead of me drinking and waking up and meeting the people at the liquor store when they open up the liquor store, I started picking a drinking day. And if it's really heavy, then you may pick 2 or 3 days out of the week, because you got 7 days. So you pick 2 or 3 days, and then you go ahead and have you a drink on those 2 or 3 days. But on the other days, you absolutely don't drink, and you start programming yourself, and you start getting used to telling yourself no, because we have to reparent ourselves. So we live in this society where we can have what we want. As long as you got money, you can have what you want, but your soul is crying. Your soul is like, please, no more, please, please, please. So if it's meat, I don't care what it is, anything that you want to stop doing, set times and dates for yourself. Even if you have to set times throughout the day. If you're a smoker, you want to stop smoking whenever you want to smoke. And just start smoking in certain hours of the day. And give yourself some time. Or if you're at work, don't smoke while you're at work. If you say, okay, I'm just going to smoke in the morning at 9, and I'm going to smoke at 9 at night. That's your smoking time. Outside of that, you don't smoke. So then you start getting used to that. You say it's medical, but I know I take advantage I'm on it. Oh, you on that medical ganja? You said you just read my mind. Yes, that's spirit. That's spirit, cousin. You say I'm 46, but by the time 50, I'll be back off seafood. I'm not before. Okay. So you say you're 46, by the time you turn 50, you want to be off seafood. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You said, sis, I gotta stop. You gotta stop smoking. You gonna stop. And you know you're gonna stop because you have the desire to stop. If you don't have the desire to stop, it ain't time for you to stop. And like I say, we always hard on ourselves. Our Creator is not hard on us because we do things for a certain reason. There's a reason why you smoke. There's a reason why you eat certain food, okay? It helps you to cope with life in some type of way. But if you don't have the proper guidance and you don't know how to reparent yourself and cope with life experiences, then we naturally are going to gravitate towards doing what's wrong or what everybody says is wrong or addictions or bad habits. That's natural. That's why most people have something that they're addicted to. And they may not admit it, but it's the truth because of life. Experiences make you feel like, I just want to just be okay for just a minute. So if that means me sitting here with a big old plate of food ain't gonna make me happy, then that's what I'm gonna do. If that means I'm getting ready to go blow me one, then that's what I'm gonna do. Because that's how I'm gonna relax right now. Yeah, I'm gonna feel real good once I get done. But then you gotta keep doing it over and over again because that doesn't do it. So why I'm here is to help you to learn how to navigate through life and life experiences. Thank you for the love. Because there is a way for you to navigate through it, but you just don't know how. Because nobody is teaching us this. Teaching us this. Our parents are not teaching us this because a lot of them didn't know. A lot of them had addictions. A lot of them didn't even know how to parent. They were knocking us upside our head for everything we did. And it's like, how are we supposed to know? The only way that we know is by spirit. That guidance has to come from the spirit. Remember, spirit guides us everywhere we go. And all I do is help you to connect to that voice that you're hearing. I help you to hear what you already hearing. You're hearing it already. But sometimes, you know how you try to turn to that AM station and it's kind of fuzzy? You're like, I think I hear a song. I don't know what I'm hearing. Sometimes it's fuzzy. And the only reason why it's like that is because of your lifestyle or because you know what to do and you didn't turn the radio station down all the way. You're like, yeah, I know what to do, but I know I need to do it. You said true. Yes. So you got your favorite cousin, Ken. I'm going to be here to say, okay, let's turn it up just a little bit so I can hear. Let's turn it up a little bit. Thank you for the follow, cousin. Let's turn it up just a little bit so we hear. And I said, oh, okay, this is what you need to do. Okay. Not what you need to do, excuse me. I always say that, but you know what I mean. This is the path that you probably would want to take if you want a better result. Thank you. Spirit be getting on me because I always say need to. And I always say need to because I talk to myself like that. Even Spirit has to check me like, you don't need to do nothing. You don't. Whatever you want to do, you do it. Everything in your life right now that's happening, everything is because this is what you want. You are in full control. And if you don't like it, then you have the control. You can change it. You can change it. And sometimes we have to be reminded because we feel like this is the way it has to be. This is the way I am. This is how I feel. This is the way it has to be. This is the way I think. This is how I have to be. No, you could change it. That's your human superpower. That's your superpower. You have the ability to choose. Do I want this or do I want that? Do I want that or do I want this? And based off of what you want, you make adjustments. And then you become a different person. And life gets much easier. It gets easier. It's difficult when we make decisions that are not for our highest good. It's not wrong. It's just difficult. But once we start making decisions that are in alignment with our highest good, then we get that peace. Because now we're following that guidance from spirit within. It's always guiding us all the time. If I ask you right now, what's something that you know you need to stop doing? You're going to say, I need to stop doing that right now. You know? I ain't going to tell you something that you don't know. You know. And if I say, what's something you know you need to do? It might be difficult, but what's something that you know you need to do? You're going to say, yeah, I know I need to do that. So we have guidance. You're not alone. You have support. It's just whatever we're required to do, it's hard. It may be hard for you to do it, but if you do it, then it's going to serve you well. And you'll say it out your own mouth. That's spirit. You say yoga more constantly. Yeah. Stretching, eating better, movement. Yeah, spirit will tell you everything. You will know everything. There is nothing that you won't know. When I grew up in the church, my mama used to always tell me, don't question God. You know, I was always raised that whatever God say, that's just what it is. Don't question. But I'm here to tell you that our Creator did not leave us here to be in the dark and not know. That's not true. That's not true. That's something that we have been told so that we won't question. But I'm here to tell you, you will know what you need to do and you will know why you're doing it. Spirit will not leave you in the dark. You are not going to be an orphan in this world left by yourself to figure it out. You are not alone. You have support. You have angels. You have protection. You are safe. You have support. The only way that you get disconnected from your support is when you decide to do certain things. But the support is always there. So we just got to find our way back to that support and just listening to that guidance. You're not going to get it right every time, but that's why you do it slowly. Slowly. And when your shadow self get to acting up, you say, you know what, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Okay, sometimes you don't feel like it. That's okay. You don't push yourself anyway and say, no, you going to get this done right now. Gosh, dog it, dang it. What I said. Because that's how some people was raised. I know I was raised like that. Okay. But that's not effective. And being a parent, I had to learn that even with my own children. You know, that shadow aspect of you is just like a child. It's a rebellious child. That's what it is. And you have to understand this aspect of yourself. But, you know, I had to learn that with my children. You can't beat old children about every single thing that they do because they're going to do worse. They're going to do worse. But if you sit down and you talk to them, hey, cousin, you get to know them. You say you felt that? It's a fact. You get to know them. You talk to them. You know, one of your children could be struggling in one area of school. Instead of you just beating them on top of the head and say, you're supposed to know this. 2 + 2? Really? You in 8th grade. What's wrong with you, dummy? Well, there's a reason why they don't know. Okay, well, let's slow down so we can see what is going on here. Okay? Because you're supposed to know this by now. Okay, let me see. Then you slow down. You take the time to get to know who you are. You say you deal with this? Yeah. We're so hard on ourselves. And it doesn't work. We feel terrible. And that's what I learned too, like speaking about children. Whenever a child is struggling and then you go in and you yell at them and pound on them even more, that doesn't make them feel better. That makes them feel worse. Because they're struggling already with something and then you pound on them about it. Or even if they did something that you feel like, you know better than that. You know, if you pound on them and tell them how dumb they are and how much you expect of them and all of that, that doesn't make them feel better. All you do is you let them know, okay, this would be a better option for you. If you choose this, this is going to happen. And when that happens to them, you don't beat them down for that happening. Then you say, okay, you know what? Now you know. Now you know. I have children. And your shadow is just a child. It's a child that feels like I need love, I need attention, and I didn't get it. People didn't love me right. My mama didn't love me right. My daddy didn't love me right. Your shadow is saying that. Your shadow is saying the people in my life are not giving me the love that I want, and I'm mad about that. So then what do? Push yourself to go to work? You say, oh, forget that. You don't need to worry about that. You need to keep going. And guess what? You're going to feel terrible. You're going to feel terrible. You say, yes. Now you know. Yes, it's better than I told you so. That's right. Now you know. And then you make a decision based off of what you know. That's how gentle our Creator is with us. I had to learn that. I had to learn that too. Spirit is not beating us over the head for everything we do wrong. We don't know. We don't know. And our Creator knows that we do not know. So then why would we get punished for every single thing we do? We don't get punished, but there are consequences. If I tell my daughter right now, she out there driving her car, if I tell her, look, you need to make sure that you have your driver's license on you all the time, because if the police pull you over, they're going to give you a ticket. If she leaves this house, she ain't got her driver's license on her, she get pulled over, then guess what? Now you know. And I bet you she won't leave the house without that driver's license again. Or maybe she will. Who knows? But it's not wrong. It's okay. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's not. You say you do trauma therapy. Spirit does. That's just spirit, you know. I just show up. And whatever comes out, it comes out. And that's why I was telling one of our cousins, you can heal yourself. We have everything we need in us to heal ourselves. I didn't go to a therapist. And I've been through some very traumatic experiences in my life. But I didn't go to no therapist. I didn't go to anybody. What I did was I started listening to that guidance within. I'm going to tell you 100% what I did. When Spirit told me, cut this person off, Ken. You need to move. You need to do this. You need to do that. And it sounds like your voice. It sounds like an idea. Even with my hair. I feel like I want to lock my hair. That was just an idea. You're getting these ideas all the time. That's how Spirit comes to you. But it's never a force because you got the free will. But we will try to push ourselves and force ourselves, and that's not how our Creator handles us. You get the freedom to choose. We have the freedom to choose. So we choose life or we choose death every time we make a decision. And it's okay. Even if you choose death sometime, okay? We all do it. It's fine. But once you get the consequence, which is those negative forces I was telling you, you get that negative energy show up, you get some negative experiences, now you know. What are you going to do with what you know? Are you going to beat yourself down about it? Thank you for the love. You're going to terrorize yourself. You're going to hurt somebody else. You're going to cry about it. You're going to go do some drinking or whatever. It's all okay. It's all okay. It's all okay. You said that's what I struggle with. Yeah, we got to be gentle with ourselves. We got to be gentle because the world is hard. The world is going to be hard on you. People going to be hard on you. Everybody going to be hard on you. But you don't have to. You do not have to be hard on yourself. You can give yourself some time. If you need to take some time off, baby. When I was looking for me for 3 years, I was gone. I didn't have a schedule. I'm so thankful for Spirit. I'm telling you, this is how Spirit works. I didn't have a schedule. I still don't have a schedule. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Every day I get up, I do what I want to do. You know what Spirit showed me? You do not need money to survive. That's how I know I need to get off here because I've been on here too long. Y'all know. But I learned that I didn't need money to survive. But I was always trying to chase money, always trying to get another degree, always trying to get another job, start another business, do another thing, you know, do this. I got to record. I got to do this because I'm trying to take care of myself and take care of these children. You know, I was trying to do it on my own. But when Spirit guided me to rest, then I was shown that, look, it doesn't matter if you have money or not. I am the provider. It's one thing to say that. It's something totally different when you're making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every month. And then Spirit says, look, I'm going to take care of you regardless. Regardless if you have that or not. When I came down here, I told y'all when I came down here, I wanted that brand new Lexus. I got that brand new Lexus, cousin. That was me manifesting. I got that Lexus, baby. I was sliding in my all-white Lexus, honey. Because I felt like that's what I wanted. But I had to pay the note. The note was $1,200. I had to pay the note. So guess what I got to do? I got to go to work. I got to go to work. Got to go to work. But my expenses were low. Just to say, my expenses are always low. If I'm paying $1,200 on a car note, you better believe I got way more than that. Because let me tell you, I would never do that if I didn't have it. But I felt like I had to work. You know, I got to work. I got to pay my bills. I got to take care of my children. My son about to graduate high school. All that when I first moved out here. So I felt like I had to work. But let me tell you something. Spirit guided me to stop recording. So all y'all know me from YouTube. I stopped recording and I started working on myself. So literally, I just lost the desire. And that was Spirit showing up, letting me know it's time for you to move. It's time for you to stop this. So I lost the desire where I love to record and I love to do that. I just lost the desire. So I was guided to just work on myself. So that's what I did. And cousin, when them checks stopped coming in, them YouTube checks stopped coming in, I didn't even worry about my car note. You want to know why? Because Spirit told me this. If you don't worry about your car note and you still got that car, then don't even think about it. Baby, I was all over the place. All over the place in that car. All over the place in that car. And it never got repossessed. Never. I had that car for 2 years and never paid a car note. I'm trying to tell you how Spirit worked. I'm trying to tell you how Spirit worked. First, I started getting money, but it wasn't from me working for it. I just started getting deposits. And money was coming to me to pay for the car note. So I didn't worry about it. Okay? So this is how it works. 3D, 4D, 5D. The 3D, the lower realm, is the money. That's low. Okay? 4D is you getting the money or getting what you need, but you're not working for it. It just comes to you. That's a different level. So I was like, okay, as long as I got the car, I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't worried about it. Money coming in, I'm paying the car note. No problem. Wasn't working. Mind you, everybody trying to figure out, Ken, how are you paying your bills? You don't even work. I ain't doing it. Okay? I ain't doing it. It's just done. And then the money stopped coming in. So the deposit stopped coming in. I said, okay, so how's this gonna work? How's this gonna work? That's what I'm thinking to myself. But I remember Spirit telling me, as long as you have this car, don't worry about it. So I didn't worry about it. They did not come and get that car. They did not come and get that car. And I didn't have cars repossessed before. When I was working on the job, working hard on the job, I had them come repossess my car out of the parking lot while I was in the grocery store. Okay? I didn't have that done before. So I didn't worry about it. I was going in and out, going everywhere I need to go and everything. And I'm going to tell you why I don't have that car to this day. I turned the car back in my mind. I know. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you. The only reason why I don't still have that car is because I turned it back in. Because I felt like I needed to turn it back in. But you know what I learned from that? And it wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong. But this is why I can share, because I learned. I turned it back in because of fear. And that's how Spirit taught me that even though I felt like I was connecting to Spirit and I was trusting Spirit, there was still some doubt in me. Because even though I had everything I needed, I was too busy trying to figure out how I could do it. And if I couldn't get it done, and if I didn't see how it was working out, then I'm just going to give it back. So I drove that car back to the dealership, and turned it back in. But I didn't have to. And I had to learn. That's how I learned. You said you had your 6 months and no payment. I saw the blessing. Yep. You said that happened to me on the clock at work. Yeah. I didn't have that happen to me before. But I'm telling you, Spirit will take care of you. I know it for a fact. And the world that we're living in now, we have to learn that. Because what will you do when these financial systems fall? What will you do? Spirit is preparing us now for what will be. It's coming. It is coming. As a matter of fact, it's already here. It's here. So if we put our trust and our faith in the government, in the systems, in the job, in the money, in the things, then when the grocery store doesn't have food, or when we don't have money in our bank account, or we can't have access to these things, then we will panic like everybody else in the world. But we're supposed to be the leaders. We're supposed to be the ones that are connected to the source. So if we're connected to the source, then we can't respond like other people do. See, people who have their value in their material and their money and their things, they're going to lose their mind when they're going to go on their banking app and they can't log in. They're going to lose their mind when they go to their banking app and log in and there's $0 in there. They're going to say, what happened to all my money? I want my goddamn money. you know what people like us are going to say? All is well. Because we know that regardless if there's money there or not, that I'm still going to get what I need. That manna that comes down from heaven, remember they talked about that manna that they got in the Bible when they were in the wilderness, and our Creator gave them that manna and gave them what they needed, and they still murmured and complained about it. We do that. We do that. We really do. You said this is so true. I haven't worked in more than 3 months and 2 years, and all my bills are paid. I'm telling you, this is the good life. This is the good life. It's stress-free. That's what we want. We want time. People will get you to believe that you need to hustle and make more money. You don't want more money because you can get more money and then you're stressed out. You want time because you can't get time back. You can make money every day. And when you're connected to the source, Spirit will tell you how to set things up and the money comes to you and then you ain't even got to work hard. You can take off 5 days in a row and don't work. But you're working on yourself. So you are working because your energy and your frequency, it is impacting our environment. It impacts our world. So as we grow and we heal and we keep working on ourselves, then we are doing what we're supposed to be here doing. We're doing our job. Our job is not supposed to go and slave and be a part of somebody else's thing. There's a time for that. You say yes, yes. I love that name because it main character energy. For sure. But we have to learn because it's a program. It's like if somebody has abused a person for years and years and years, they believe that that's life. They believe that that is the way it's supposed to be. And that is how we are as humans here. We believe that, thank you, cousin. We believe that this is the way we're supposed to live. We have to work. I have nowhere else to go. That's like being in an abusive relationship with somebody. You feel like you can't leave. When all of heaven is saying, just go. All of heaven is just saying, our guys, the angels, everybody, all of our guys around us, they're saying, just go. You have the power. You can go. You can do it. But that's like telling a woman that's been abused by a man, just go, girl. Just why you don't leave him, girl? You ain't got to be there no more. She's like, I can't. I don't know where to go. What am I supposed to do? Put one foot in front of the other. Okay? Put one foot in front of the other and everything will work out. And I'm not telling you to quit your job because I had a plan. I'm saying when Spirit give you the plan, follow the plan. And if you don't have a plan, then get your plan in order. Especially if you're doing something that you don't want to do. And it doesn't have to just be on a job. There are a lot of people in business right now and they're working themselves to the bone. Because they're still on that one side of that cash flow quadrant where they go from being employed, now they're employed and now they're self-employed. So they're still the head of everything. They're still the face of everything. Nothing works unless they work. That's stressful. That is stressful. And I don't want to be like that either. Because I've been that person. When you're a content creator, if you don't get up and record the content, then nothing works. And I said, Spirit, I don't want to be like this either. I want to be able to help people and I don't have to show up every single day, 2-3 times a day and do videos and all that. I don't want to do that. I've done that. And yes, you can make money from that, but that's just another trick. That's just another game. No, I don't want that. I want to be able to do what I need to do to help women and still live a peaceful, restful life. And Spirit has helped me to do that. Because you go from being the employee to self-employed, now you're the business owner. So that's where we want to be, okay? Excuse me. So whenever Spirit is giving you these ideas, when you get this creative inspiration, when you're being guided to set up these systems and all of these things, you're going to become a business owner where you just monitor and maintain everything. Okay, but you're not working and making sure every single thing works because it's too much for one person, especially if your business grows. If your business is growing and whatever you're doing, you can handle it when it's just small. But once it becomes bigger and greater, okay, now you got to run like a corporate company. You got to start running like Walmart. You got to start running like Target. You got to run like the big boys. Not to say that we advocate for them, but you get what I'm saying. Now you have to think like they think. How do those business owners run things? Because they're not sitting up there worried about if things work. They're not. And you have a purpose. So you're going to get paid. You're going to have money and all that. You're supposed to have all that. You listen, if you connect to the creator, you're supposed to have so much money that you can't even count. But how can you do that if you're doing all the work? It ain't going to happen. It's levels. Okay? So once you become a business owner, now you have systems in place and you run and work the system. Okay? So like with people joining up for spiritual alignment class and things like that, I'm just sitting in the private community waiting like this. I don't have to get on here every single day and say, people, join. I'm not doing none of that. I don't care if somebody sign up today, and I don't care if they don't sign up today. Either way, I'm going to be good regardless. I'm just doing what I came here to do. I told you what I need to tell you, and it's there if you want it. If you sign up, if you don't sign up, I'm still going to have everything that I need. It's different when you live like this because you're not thinking about producing. I'm not producing anything. I am doing what I was created to do. And women, we got to get in our purpose so we can get in this frequency of just being. Who you are and what you came to do, it just flows through you. It's just going to flow. And people that are assigned to you, they're going to align with you. You already got everything set up. So I created the books. I created this. I took 2 years off. I done wrote books. I done wrote classes. I done recorded. I did all of it myself. Everything myself. Website, all of that. So all I got to do is wait for Spirit to do what Spirit's going to do. It's just like planting the seed in the ground. You plant the seed. You put the seed in the right environment, you plant the seed, and then you walk away. You come back and water it when you need to, but you don't worry about when it's going to grow or how it's going to grow or whatever. You just let it do what it's going to do. And before you know it, you come back and it's like, ooh, got a little grow. And then it just keeps growing and growing and growing. But that's Spirit. That's what Spirit does. We don't do that part. But we try to do our part. We try to do Spirit part. We try to manipulate. Because that's how business owners do it. They say, oh, I'm going to read the trends. I'm going to read human behavior. People do this. I'm going to make people do this. People think that. I'm going to make them think that. I ain't making nobody think nothing. I want people to feel like this. So this is what I'm going to do. I ain't doing nothing. All I do is come to the chair. This is what Spirit tells me. Go to the chair. That's what I do. That's all you got to do. You said, and that's the truth. That's all you got to do. That's as simple as your life should be. You should not have to get up every day and go and do something that you don't want to do. That's not living. You're in an abusive relationship. You with Ike Turner. You with Ike Turner right now. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? I insult him when I know he tries. No, Lorraine. No. Don't you talk about my man. We be loyal to these jobs. These jobs ain't loyal to you. Excuse me. They don't care about you. I'm telling you right now. Because when the smoke hit the fan, baby, they going to cut you off. And if they can cut a cost right now with this AI and everything going on, guess who's going to be the first one to go? You. I'm telling you. So don't wait till they cut you off. Don't wait till they say, oh, we don't need y'all no more. All we need is this one computer right here. Because you laugh, I'll tell you the truth. All we need is one computer right here. And we can let about 10 of y'all go. Then you like, oh, man, what am I going to do? You should already be locking in with Spirit. Spirit been calling you the whole time. You ain't been picking up the phone. Say, hey. Say hey. Say, hey. You know that idea I gave you? You move on that yet? I just say, hey. They don't. You said they don't give a rat still. They do not care about you. They don't. If you sick, they don't care. Are you late? Are you on time? Did you do what you need to do? Don't care. Oh, okay. You quit? They'll have somebody else in your seat tomorrow. That's how they think. That's how they think. In all fairness, that's how it's supposed to be. Because if they had to bank on one person doing one thing, then the business would sink. So they can't be like that. And it's understandable. But we have to understand what we're a part of and what we're contributing our energy to. You're giving more energy to the job because you're trying to make more money. But Spirit is saying, look, if you give more time to me, which is giving more time to yourself, that's giving more time to our Creator. Same thing. You give more time to yourself, you're going to start hearing things. You're going to get some guidance. And then you're going to know what to do. Everything is going to be clear for you. But there's a reason why we're always being guided to stay busy, because then we can't hear. You can't hear. So I'm just here to remind you, you know I love you. You know I'm always here. Y'all join us in spiritual alignment class. I want you to be free. I want your children to be free. I want everybody to live a life of peace. And that is my prayer for humanity every day. I just pray for us to have peace, because it's so hard to connect to that energy because of so many different things. You know, we go through these things internally, externally, all these things going on, coming at us, all this stuff. I just pray for peace. You said, thank you so much. You're welcome. Yeah, you said busy and distracted. Yep, it's true. And our Creator ain't going to stop calling you. You're going to keep on getting that same idea. You're going to keep on getting that same guidance. And for me, when I stopped working on the job, let me tell you what I did. I just was thinking to myself, I was like, look, I don't even care if I had to go back to another job, because I was giving myself 3 months. That's what I told myself. Remember, I told you it's all about the plan. So I had an income tax return. I had $5,000 saved up. So I was like, look, I got this $5,000. I got a few months to pay some bills. So I was recording my YouTube on the side. My channel was a little popping a little bit, but it wasn't really doing much. Excuse me, I'm about to get off, because y'all know, if my speech start fumbling, I've probably been on here about 2-3 hours. I don't know how people do it, but anyway. I quit or stopped working on the job, but I gave myself that time. And that 3 months that I said I'm going to give myself, I was able to not think about work. I could think about myself, my plan, what I want to do, what's going on, without having to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, without having to worry about this or worry about that. I just gave myself that time. All we need is to give ourselves some time alone. Then we will get clear. But as long as we're moving and working and doing, then we can't hear the guidance. You say you haven't worked in 2 years. Oh, it's a lot of people about to stop working. Either by choice or by force. Because that time is over. Okay? And it's not personal. I know a lot of us will feel like, you know, it's a bad thing. Like a lot of people are getting laid off and say, oh, it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. This is the best thing that could ever happen to you. You just got free. Okay? You are free. You run free. Free as a bird. Get out of there. You are free now. You are free now. Get away. You said it's so true. Yes. So now that they're free, it's like, what do you do with your time? What do you do with your time? Now you can create. Now you can, you know, hear from Spirit. You can get connected. You see what you really like. That's why I always encourage my children, do what you like to do. If you don't like doing what you're doing, don't do it just because it's giving you money. If you're going to be a part of somebody's company, at least believe in their mission. A lot of times they give us that mission statement when we get the job back. We'll take that. I don't give a dang about the mission or the vision. How much do I get paid? When am I getting my money? You said headed to the mountains with my journal. I know that's right. You said been on my spiritual journey for a year, about to make 2 years in July. I know that's right. We are free. It is time for us to be free. It's just time, you know? And you came to do something so powerful, but we don't know. We don't know. And we have to be developed, to be honest. We have to be developed because we're not prepared. If Spirit was to reveal to you the greatness that you were supposed to come here to do and your contribution to humanity, you would be so scared. You would be so scared. If Spirit would have revealed to me when I stopped working on my job that I was going to have hundreds and thousands of people watch me every single month on YouTube, I would have never started that YouTube channel. Me being the introvert that I am, oh, heck no, baby. No, I'm not doing that. No. Even now where I'm going and what I'm doing and opening a lighthouse and stuff like that, that is different for me because I've always been online, you know? So this is different for me, but I'm being called to go up to another level. So when people ask me to go back to YouTube, I mean, I'm not going to go back to YouTube, okay? That just ain't happening. But I'm going to tell y'all where I'm at. I'm going to give y'all the address. Y'all pull up. Because we got some things to do, okay? And we got some fun. We're going to enjoy life, ladies. We are going to enjoy our life. We're going to have Mama's Day out. And a lot of times we don't get time away. But we're going to have all of that. We're going to have all of that. Look, we're going to have to partner with a 24-hour daycare. Take them kids over there to the daycare if you got them little kids. Take them over there. Because I got a whole list. Because I'm telling you, I got a whole list of things for us to do. Because a lot of times we don't know what to do. It's just like, okay, we're going to go out and party. Or we're going to go drink. Or I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to be around people that drink. I don't want to go to a club, nothing like that. But I have a whole lot of things for us to do at the lighthouse. So it's going to be so fun. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be fun. We need it. We need it. You said, cousin, I know you're done with YouTube. I need that theme song in heavy rotation. Oh, the theme song is still over there. I left the theme song because everybody's like, Ken, I listen to this in the morning, girl. This song get me going. I love that song. I do. I really do. But I never knew that that was going to happen. I never knew it. That's what I'm telling you. You never know what Spirit's going to do in your life. You never know. You just take one step and things change. And right now is the perfect time to do it. Because when everything took off for me back then, that was around the pandemic and all that stuff happened where people were still panicking. So people were panicking and things were going great for me. And I'm telling you, this is what's happening. In this world, it's going to be a whole bunch of people panicking and things going crazy for them. But that ain't what got to happen for you. You say you love the theme song. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Say you're a breath of fresh air. Nice to see normality and beauty inside and out. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, everything gonna be going crazy in this world. And guess what you're gonna be doing? You're gonna have a refrigerator full of food. You're gonna have everything that you need. You're gonna have clothes on your back. Your children gonna be straight. And y'all gonna be comfortable in y'all little nest. And this whole entire thing can burn down. And all y'all gonna be doing is say, ooh. Oh, that's, ooh, wow. It's real. When the Bible talks about all that stuff is going to be going on, but it ain't going to come near your dwelling place, that's a fact. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. You just got to get in position. Because if you trust in the world and the world systems, then you don't be a part of that. You said big truth. Yes, it's true. Yeah. You'll be a part of it. So Spirit is calling a lot of us out. Like, okay, all right, it's time to get in position. Because you came to do something. You did. You have to be developed. So you'll go through that initiation. Remember, I told you it's a 3-year cycle. So most of us have a 3-year cycle where we're being developed. So you may not be able to connect with people like you used to. You may not be able to call people and get support and all that. Except for your favorite cousin Ken. You know I'm here. Okay. But most people, they're not going to understand you because you're going to a different frequency. So the rapture is not physical, it's spiritual. There are people who are already on a different dimension. They don't live in the same reality as other people. They don't. They talking about Kendrick and Drake beef. It's like they can know, like me, I know these things are happening, but it's not a part of my life, you know? It's like none of these things are a part of my life. That's the only way I can explain it, you know? And people are very invested in the things that are going on in this world. It's like all I'm focusing on is what I came here to do. So I'm so focused on that everything else is just like a blur. And that's how life will be. As you connect to spirit, and I told y'all, join us a spiritual alignment class. Join us a spiritual alignment class. As you connect to that guidance of spirit within, everything on the outside will be like a blur. And all you'll see and focus on is what you're doing and yourself. That's it. And just to be in a peaceful place. That's it. Yeah, it's like background noise. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I'm not sitting up having a conversation about that type of stuff. It's like, I don't care about what's going on in the news. Don't call me. I don't care. I told y'all I don't care. Don't call me and tell me what's going on in the news. I don't care about what's going on in the news. That's like me driving forward in my car, but I'm looking backwards like this. No, that's going down. So why am I focused on what's burning down? I'm going this way and I'm looking this way. So I don't care about what's going on over there. Because I'll tell you, I'm the type of person, if I start watching that type of stuff or getting too invested in that, then my energy will change. It will frustrate me. I'll start feeling irritated. You know, it'll start making me feel like depressed or down. So I can't look at that type of stuff. Like, I know it's there. I'm not crazy. I know what's going on in the world, okay? I'll be staying low, but I know what the vibes is, all right? I told you I'll be on the TikTok. That's how I know everything's going on. But I'm not just sitting up here just so heavily invested in what's going on because they're destroying and I'm building. So we just got to get focused on what we're building. You're here to create something. That is not just a dream that you had. What Spirit gave you, you wrote it down. You said, oh, I want this, this, and this, and this. You think that's you. That's something that you want. This is your whole time. This is your assignment. This is your assignment. Spirit gave you this assignment. And that's what you were created to do. And you're praying and say, oh, please make this happen. Please make this happen. Let me tell you something. I ain't praying and asking how nothing going to happen. Because I know that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. It ain't by my hand. It ain't because I want it. When I was manifesting, then I manifest what I want. But now I'm in alignment with Spirit. Spirit say, this is what you're supposed to do. This is who I want you to be there for. This is what I want you to do. This is where I want you to move. This is where I want you to go. And I say, okay. And the people that's supposed to help, like the lady Tink that was on here, she's a realtor here, a commercial realtor. We just clicked. We just talk, okay? I had no idea this shit was going to be helping me with the lighthouse and all that. I had no idea. Even when I moved here, I did not know that one of our cousins was going to be the one to help me to move here to Atlanta. I did not know that. And then come to find out she's some great big lender here in Atlanta. And I'm like, cousin, oh my God, girl, you got it going on. And then introduced me to another realtor and she was just like family. But you never know how things are going to unfold. You just get in position and whenever it's supposed to go, you just go. You just go. And you roll with it. That's how we live in a new earth. That's how we live in a new world. It's not pressure to perform. It's going to burn you out. You're going to be stressed out and tired. What do you say? Stressed out. No more. No more. And we're getting there. And if you're not there, and you want to be there, that's the reason why you want to be there. Because Spirit is calling you. You're getting that call. So you have support here. Definitely. I'm going to be the one to pull you. Look, come on this way. Pull that rope. Come on this way, cousin. Some people going to say, no. Don't do that. Don't do it. Oh, my goodness. Don't do that. Oh, my God. I'm going to say, do it, cousin. Yes. Go. And even if everything fall apart, I'm going to be right there with you. I ain't going to leave your side. Because some people will leave your side when it gets dark. There's a lot of people will leave your side. They won't tell you, cousin, it might get dark for you. I'm going to tell you, it might get dark for you, but I'm going to be right there. You ain't going to be by yourself. You're not going to be alone. You're going to have support. And when you come from that darkness, like the hero's journey, how he goes down to the darkness, to the abyss, like Christ died and rose again, I'm going to be right there with you. Because I can go in the light and I got permission to go in the dark too. And they better not bother me. They better not bother us. I love y'all. I really, really do. It's in my heart, you know. I just love y'all. And I know what Spirit is going to do in your life. Just be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Love and nurture yourself. And, you know, allow your shadow to be loved. Love that aspect of you that is hurting. Love that part of you that feels neglected. Because if you don't, then it's just going to show up and start acting out and acting a fool. So love that part of you. Don't expect nobody else to love that part of you. Don't expect mama to love you like that, your man, your woman, your friend, nobody. You love that part of you. You need it. You need you. And when you take time for yourself, now you're wealthy. Now you're rich. Now you have everything because you have time. Okay? You said that laugh says it all. Yeah, they better leave us alone. All right, cousin, I love y'all so much. I really do. I'm praying for y'all every day. So just know that you do have someone that's praying for you, and you're going to make it through. And you're going to transform. Especially you ladies connected to the lighthouse. I already see your transformation. I already see you, especially you, Courtney. Our cousin Courtney, she doing her big one. Y'all going to change. You have to know you're going to change. And it's okay. It's okay. It may be uncomfortable, but baby, you gonna feel so good. Ooh, like, you know, they say the world, they give you the joy and they can't take it away. This joy that I have, can't nobody take it from me and all that. Can't nobody take my joy. There's nothing that can happen in this world that can take my joy. Because the world didn't give me joy. This joy comes from inside of me. And I could be feeling like I don't have nothing to laugh about right now. I could be feeling like, you know what, if one more thing happened to me, I could be feeling like that. But it don't take away my joy. That's why I say your value has to come from more than just money and material. Your value comes from within. And that energy is contagious. That energy is healing. That energy helps us. You say, enjoyed you dearly. Very encouraging. Thank you. Thank you. Say, I already know. Yes. Yes. So y'all get ready. Get ready. Because there's a lot of spiritualists out here to tell you, oh, things are going to change. It's going to get better. It's going to get good. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. But they're not telling you what you have to do in order to get that. There's a lot that you have to do. And there's a lot of sacrifice that you may have to make in your life in order for you to connect to that. Because it's there. They're not lying to you when they tell you, oh, your life is about to get good. Oh, you about to meet this man. Oh, you about to get this and that. It's there. Because remember, the energy is past, present, and future. So it's true what they're telling you. You might think that they're lying to you. They're not lying to you. But what they can't tell you is how to get there. Because they don't know how to get there. But I can tell you how to get there. And that's a fact. You see, I just love your energy and vibes. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. They texted in the group, so I know. I love y'all, okay? All is well. All is well. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. All is well. I've been on here for a long time. Normally, I try to stay on here for an hour, but, you know, it was just flowing and going. Thank y'all for the love. Thank you for your time. Thank you for doing the work on yourself. Because when you do the work on yourself, it helps us. It really does. It helps humanity. Because remember, we're all one collective. And when you choose to love yourself, then you are raising the vibration, the frequency of this planet. But if you're in a low state and you're depressed and you're feeling sad, you let people use you, abuse you, you're working hard, you're doing all that, then you're lowering your vibration, which lowers us all down. So when you choose to love yourself, it's not just about you and your family, even though, yes, it's going to benefit you and your family, but you're also helping us all. And that's what it's all about. The new world, where we are one, okay? Not one stepping on top of this one and putting that one down and all this crazy stuff. Done. That's over. That's over. Yeah, you said thank you for sharing. You're very welcome. Very welcome. All right, y'all have a great day and go out in the world and be great. Don't judge yourself. Don't be harsh. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. If y'all want to see the live replay, you can go over to the Lighthouse Women's, well, I want to say Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center, which I do have that YouTube, but it's Lighthouse Women of Virtue. Yes, that's the second channel. So the replays are over there. If you want to watch more replays, make sure you sign up for our wellness session on May the 4th for single mothers only. No shade to nobody else, but just for single mothers. We're going to come together and heal together on that day. And then join us a spiritual alignment class if you're ready to transform your life. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.